Live.
Yo, 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 it's the Xbox Ghost Kaleidoscope. Back in this again with the DirectX show minus the fraud. And here we about to get live because we never, never, ever, ever, ever have we ever sugar-coated shit. All right, because we always live and direct, and we're going to keep it real, whether there's a fraud about or not. All right, but before we get into the festivities, I'm gonna pop off with a rap or a little freestyle. Just like to touch upon, how the Xbox easily outstrips and outshines the PS4 Pro when it comes to genres, different video gaming genres. Now, look, let's start off, man. Wow, it's been a hell of a week. The top news concerning the beast, and ponies are scared the beast is gonna rule these YouTube streets. So don't try to damage control, because when all is said and done, the Xbox games have legs. They not just one and done. See, while Sony's okay at single player games, check the box. The Xbox ecosystem has multiple genres on lock. They got driving covered with Forza Motorsport brand, while GT Sport is a super advanced driver's ed program. Plus Forza 7 scored higher. They wasn't taking no shorts. And do you know what else the Xbox is also fantastic for? The reigning king of third-person shooters, Gears of War, who caused the Order 1886 to retire before there was more. And when it comes to fighting games, they got a killer instinct, while PlayStation All-Stars, we all know, is extinct. Then there was Kills on Shadowfield, which was terribly screwed, because when Halo 5 dropped, the reviews and the sales were the proof that the Xbox brand clearly owns in multiple genres, while the PlayStation only owns one genre to counter, and that's a single-player-based games, but they not more better. For example, they got Uncharted 4, but Tomb Raider is better. They also got Days Gone, but State of Decay is the truth and more infamous, while Sunset Overdrive is original to boot. So widen your horizons like Witcher 3 on a wild hunt with real-time strategy, because Halo Wars ain't no fun.
Oh yeah, you were right.
I wish we could do the clap effect, man, but they took it out.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. Hey, you say broaden your horizons, huh?
Exactly, man. So widen your horizon. Because I was playing Witcher 3 last night, yo, and man, Witcher 3 fucking destroys fucking Horizon Zero Dawn, man. I mean, she ain't even got no type of melee. She got like one melee move. I was like, okay. And then she shoots arrows one way the whole time. I was like, okay. But either way, though, man, let's get into the introductions and shit. With me today, got some of the members of the DirectX show. Got Mr. 100, Mr. Intro Media himself. Yo, introduce yourself, man.
Man, what's up, y'all? Y'all know it's 100. You know what I'm saying? About like 75%. Still trying to wake up. I got to be a bloody Mary. I've been running the streets with the thugs, but I'm here live and direct. Let's get it.
That's what's up, man. And then we also got the namesake to Cuphead, all right? Triple Cup Chuck. Yo, introduce yourself.
What's good, which is your excuse me, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up, and I'm the only Triple Cup that's always up, never go down. We're gonna hold this bitch down until I'm buried underground, until you see that RIP and put a PS in front of that, and that's where they gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up, and let's get it.
That's what's up, man. Hell yeah. And one of the originators of the DirectX show, Mr. J-Long 908. Yo, introduce yourself.
What's poppin', guys? You know, we're doing an impromptu show today, bro. Not all the members here, but hey, we'll do what we have, man, and we'll wanna kick ass like always.
Yo, but invites have been sent out, though. So if anything, there'll be a few other members probably popping up along the ways. But yo, a lot of things have popped off this week, man. I mean, crazy things. And all of it is concerning the Xbox One X, man. And ponies is scared, yo. I mean, they scared of the One X. Why? I mean, they showed a build on Digital Foundry, or in the words of 100, digital fuckery, all right? They showed a video on digital fuckery and shit concerning Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War, Middle-earth Shadow of War. And it was a 4-month-old build against the PlayStation 4 Pro version that launched recently. And it outstripped the PS4 Pro version, man. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
this is apples and oranges. Not even, man. It's like apples and cranberries. All right, because that shit was fucking phenomenal. Now, I want to go with you, J-Long. Did you get to see any of those videos? What did you think about that shit, yo?
I only saw the screenshots and what they're calling it, soup. Isn't that what they're calling it? The soup gate. The
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. The ground looks
PS4
like soup.
ground. The ground looked like soup, like some sancocho shit. Like shit was crazy. You know, it just looked all blurry and shit. You know, there's really not much. There's no other way to put it. That's just the way it is. And they're obviously gonna be damn sure trolling this because they've been talking about Pixelgate and all this other bullshit, but none of those bullshits that they've been talking about looked as bad or as drastic as a comparison between those two. That's probably
Yeah.
the worst comparison I've ever seen. And that is supposed to be the 4K console. My cousin actually thinks that's the console that's gonna push his TV.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just pathetic, man. And this thing needs to be out there so people won't keep spreading these lies, man.
Of course, man.
That's
As a
really
matter of
the
fact,
only
the
way I
soup
could
would
put it,
look
bro.
hideous on a 4K TV. Seeing that soup all over the ground?
Yeah,
Ew, that's just nasty, yo.
yeah.
Look like
Yo,
somebody just threw up. Ugh.
yo, J-Lo. Yo,
Yo, what's
guys.
up?
You
Ghost
hear me?
Rider
Oh
730 is
shit,
up
what's
in the
good, man?
house and shit. Yo, Ghost Rider, introduce yourself to everybody, man.
Yo, guys, it's the Ghost with the most, and I'm here. I made it. Hopefully, I ain't late, guys.
Nah, we just started, bro.
Nah, you
Ooh,
made it just in
that's
time.
dope. Yeah, yo, hey, you was just talking about that. What you was just talking about, how the shit look like soup. I just came from Best Buy's
Yep.
down by Fordham and shit, and you got people saying that's a true 4K console, bro. You got people buying a 4K Pro, man. I'm looking at people like, oh, they buying that shit, the PS4 Pro, bro. And the Best Buy's people are telling them like that's a 4K console, man. That's sad.
Yep.
Well, they
They
didn't
leave it.
sell it, man. They bought inventory. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell them not to get it yet.
I was gonna say something, but I'm like, nah, let me not do this. Let me not hate.
Nah. But since you chimed in, though, man, goes, what did you see the comparisons with, Shadow of War on the PS4 Pro versus the One X? That shit by Digital Fuckery?
Oh, I didn't really get to see it too much. I actually clicked on it and seen a little bit of it, but it didn't look too good. Like all I seen was like what J-Lo said, the soup shit. That shit that looked is horrible. I ain't gonna lie, man. On my OLED, that shit looked crazy.
No, I can imagine.
Woo! Y'all need to get that TV, guys. The OLED or the QLED, bro.
No, I
Yeah.
know, man. But only if you got a One X, because if you got a PS4 Pro, that's just gonna make you regret your purchase, man.
Yeah. You could stick with a 720p for that, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If you got the PS4 Pro, you good at 720. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
That's the new
guys,
720p box.
I got that shit on the S, right? And I was playing. I put it on and I played it on the regular 4K I had, right? And my wife was like, "Wow!" When we put it on the OLED, and I got the S. So when I put it on the S instead of the regular how you say the Forza Horizon when I got the limited edition, it looked better, and that's the S. So imagine the X, how it's gonna look, because that shit look mean.
People sleeping on the S, yo. That shit fucking does 4K, people. But, oh well. Know what I'm saying? Plus, it has a 4K HD Blu-ray player, something that the PS4 Pro don't. All right? Or the PS4s, for that matter. Or the Slim. All right? As a matter of fact, none of them have it. Shit. All right, yo, 100, I know you seen the video, man.
I saw the screenshots. I saw the screenshots of it.
Right. What you thought?
Yeah, I saw the screenshots. It's like damn near night and day. We just know that the PS4 Pro just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You're not really getting. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's like my man Next Gen say they should go straight. 1080p, and let the TV and the PlayStation Pro upscale it to 4K instead of trying to do all this fucking checkerboard and shit and they're getting called out. But see, we calling them out, but the media not calling them out. You don't see nobody saying, "Oh, this looks better on X." This is gonna be the excuse. It costs $100 cheaper, $100 more. Well, shit, I'm getting a bang for my buck.
You damn right.
$100 more. Shit, I'm playing true 4K games. Think about when these games just start running out.
Actually, it's
Like,
worth $100 more. Actually,
yeah,
$100
yeah.
ain't
So
much. It
you
ain't
your
really nothing
own
but a drop in the bucket, yo.
and your back catalog is getting. I want to see digital. You know what I'm saying? Whatever motherfuckers call. Want to see them bums over there, and I want to see them sit there and do Halo 5, Halo Master Chief Collection. You know what I'm saying?
Halo
Forza.
Wars.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to go see the games that we already got now. Man, now I heard what you call it. Looks it is to pick out of Forza in Gears of War 4 that look better on the X. Like it's gonna be like you can use that and put it at Best Buy, and
Yeah.
you'll see that shit from light and day.
So,
Oh,
another thing, guys, too. Best Buys, right? I was in there and they were showing on their OLED TV. They were showing like clips of PlayStation on it, right? Now they showing an OLED TV, but showing the PlayStation Horizon Zero Dawn. They showing it. It looks dope because of the the OLED TV. But then they got the Xbox running like a red, not an OLED TV, another 4K TV, but the OLED is spanking that, so it makes the PlayStation look like it's dope as fuck. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, and they got the Xbox on this TV, and I'm like, why you're not putting the Xbox with the OLED to show what it really got? You know what I mean?
Sony paid for it.
That's crazy.
So and it probably was on one of their TVs. Microsoft supposed to have it with a deal with Samsung to be showing it. But see, a lot of these stores. See, when I work in retail, be some crazy shit be going on. I knew when I worked at Sears, if you sold this certain refrigerator, and when I worked at Lowe's, you sold a certain refrigerator, Sony, Samsung, or whatever, make the refrigerator, will automatically give you a commission of $350.
Woo!
So if Sony's saying that I give your employees some amount of money, what do you think they're going to push?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hey.
That's what I said, man. Best Buy's going to push what they need to push. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the console market at the end of the day. It's like who they're getting paid by more. All right? So that's what they're going to push.
And ours, that TV. It might not even be the console. It might not be the PlayStation 4 Pro. It might just be that TV. You sell that TV, you're going to get a commission off of it. Off the bat. So, it's sometimes it's up to the stores. It's how you can. Sony is good at what what I'm saying with the how to trick people, because that's what I heard people that which color was doing so much at GameStop was pushing it so much because they was getting commission.
But want to know what's good though? A lot of these PlayStation fans know people that have Xbox, all right? And trust me, there's gonna be a few of their Xbox friends that's gonna have the One X. They're gonna go to their house and they're gonna be like, "Damn, this shit, Horizon Zero Dawn don't look like this shit on my fucking PS4 Pro." This is, this is like night and day. But yo, Triple Cup, did you see the comparison videos at Digital Foundry?
Did I? Man, hey, the crazy part about when I seen it, what actually made it really stand out for me was the fact of I watched it on my phone. And on my phone, I got an iPhone 5. I ain't got the new one. I got an old iPhone 5. And on this iPhone, I could look at it and glance and actually see a difference between the Pro and the X. And I was like, man, if you got this much of a big difference on my phone, man, I can't wait till I see this in person. And I was like, now looking at the one for the PlayStation, I was like, it kind of looked a little muffled, like it looked like it's kind of like a foggier, dimmer, like everything, saying the lines and stuff didn't look right. It didn't look crisp. It looked dull looking, and then it looked like like a half drawn picture, like how somebody draw a picture and they don't finish it. That's how I was kind of looking on the PlayStation Pro. But I'm saying it looked okay, but on the X it was just so much better. And hey, the crazy part about it was just yesterday I was at GameStop. Speaking about, we was talking about GameStop, and I was asking about 2K18. Now matter of fact, I was asking about the SNES Mini too. So when I was asking about the 2K18, he said, "Oh, what you wanted for the PlayStation?" I said, "Okay, here we go with this bullshit again." So I get in there, and he said, "Oh," I said, "Nah, man, for the Xbox, you know what I'm saying?" And I said, "What about the used copy?" He said, "Oh, the used copy $55, the new copy $60." You know what I'm saying? Besides the point, but then they got the running talking about the X. It's like, oh, they had the Xbox X. It's gonna be the truth. I'm listening. Like, man, it's in my mind of Twilight Zones or something, because it was just kind of crazy when I'm looking at GameStop, and then the dude, customers walked in there like, yeah, man, I be on that Forza, and other people tomorrow, yeah, Cuphead, and I was like, man, this is not the GameStop I'm used to, because I was going to pre-order the little Cuphead mug thing that they gonna have. But it was kind of crazy. But yeah, I think for sure that when that X come out, you're gonna see a lot of people U-turning, a lot of people.
Hell yeah!
I want to
Hell
shout
yeah! When the X drops, it's gonna be like, in the words of K Mega, it's gonna be the truth. It's gonna be the truth when it drops, yo. Yeah. And it's a big difference, yo. I saw those comparison videos. I was checking it out and shit. And I was blown away. Like you said, it seems like the pictures aren't fully rendered or aren't fully finished. The floor looks like fucking soup. All right. And in both versions for the Xbox One X, which is whether it's the quality version or the resolution version and shit, they both outstripped the PS4 Pro substantially. All right. So is it worth the investment? Fuck yeah. Just ask any PC head. All right. That's the reason they got these rigs. All right. The investment is worth it, people. All right, because the games just look phenomenal. And we're not even getting into Rise of the Tomb Raider, which the developer actually said this is the best version ever. I mean, ever, of Rise of the Tomb Raider. And just comparing Rise of the Tomb Raider in a side-by-side comparison with Uncharted 4, it makes Uncharted 4 look like Sunset Overdrive, people. All right? Literally. And don't get me wrong, I love Sunset Overdrive because it has that Pixar quality to it. All right? So it looks like that on purpose. But Uncharted 4 is not supposed to look like Sunset. You know what I'm saying? And then the side-by-side next to Rise of the Tomb Raider, dude, that should look like Sunset Overdrive, people.
Yeah, what them dudes over there at Digital say? I ain't gonna say their full name. I ain't giving them motherfuckers that credit. They, you know what I'm saying? You can cut up. You didn't cut me too many motherfucking times. You know, so I ain't gonna give you no credit because you're gonna try to come back over to the force, motherfucker. Stay on that dark side. But what they say about Shadow War, they said this is the first console that uses real PC assets to the T.
Yep.
That's out of their motherfucking mouths. So you ain't getting that nowhere else unless you go buy you a $600-700 rig.
And guess what, people? It's only on Xbox.
Yeah, 6-7. I think about like a $900 rig for something like that.
Okay, they were saying also, because they were saying also some of these games that do come on PC, some of them don't have don't run on every damn graphics card. So you might have a high-end graphics card. You're gonna have to go fuck around into these forums and hope somebody makes up one for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I don't fuck with PC.
Because a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah,
we ain't that
micromanage PC assets, yo, a lot on PC.
Yeah. So thing about it is, I tell people it's going to be easier for more. See, I argue with next gen and them motherfuckers all the time. You're going to see a lot of more PC games coming over to the Xbox.
Oh,
you already got Path of Exile.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these other games going to be coming. You know what I'm saying? Coming
straight over. That was just straight PC. Run 4K native, ain't it?
Man, Path of Exile right now looks good. Man, that game is too goddamn big itself. Damn. See, I was telling people I'm not buying no more games. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this X. I'm gonna stick with the hell I got because it's too many games that you just pay it and you want to enjoy them all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like you know, you married to 5.
You want to enjoy them all, and guess what? There'll be one console to rule them all.
Man, yo, remember, guys, we all went through this, man. As the generation started and all of us had our YouTube channels, man. You got that cable box. You pay $500 for a piece of shit. You know what I mean? They called us every name in the book, bro, on the comment sections. Oh, you lied.
Well, actually, you could just flip it on them now easily, Ghost. Like, who are the ones that actually paid $400 for a piece of shit?
Yo, a piece of shit pro, right?
Yeah.
Oh, like what? Who says this? Just a little more. It just might be doing a little more shit, a little more boo-boo. But anyway.
As a matter of fact, I heard somebody else recently converted over to the Xbox family.
Who's that?
Good old Puerto Rock got one last week.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
Oh, shit.
What
Yo,
do he
yo,
get? What he
he
get?
wanted
Regular?
to play that Cuphead, yo. I thought he was gonna get a PC to do that. What happened?
What he bought?
Oh
An
well,
S?
whatever.
I think he got an S. Yeah, because they don't sell the fats no more. They don't sell the
I
OGs
give
no
him
more.
props on that if he got an S. Shout out
Yeah,
to Polo
yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, man.
He got
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Good
Shout out
choice.
to Puerto
You know what I'm
Rock,
saying?
yo.
But Puerto Rock, get your ass
You're
online so we can see
welcome in
your
the
ass at a
Xbox
party.
family, yo.
So you
We
can come
don't care
jump
if
into
you own
some
a
real parties.
PlayStation. Half the
Yeah,
people
hey,
on here have
I
PlayStation.
had him on there. I'm gonna drag him in one of our parties.
Yeah, as I told you, I'm gonna catch his ass. I've been on a hunt for Red October for his ass. You know what I'm saying? I
Yo,
might
and,
be
and what was the
shit. With
game
the
he
no,
street
but
wanted
I
to
fighter,
heard
play?
fight.
but I heard he
Cuphead.
offline. I told him get his ass online, quit hiding offline. Put your ass to say your ass
I
online.
think they said Cuphead.
You know what the pony's gonna do? Oh man, he turned into an Xbox dude. You already know. Oh, they're gonna start
Nah,
hating
Man,
on
it
him.
don't
They're gonna
matter
hate
what
on
you play, yo. You can play
Exactly.
whatever, man. You can play with yourself at night. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
him.
your
Uh,
business is your business, huh? Hey, know what it is? He playing
exactly,
offline.
yo.
Hey, he playing offline because he used to have PlayStation work. He ain't used to
Um,
this ecosystem on the Xbox. It's like
Yeah.
coming from the country to the city,
He gonna like it though. Put a rock on
Mississippi to
he
New
gonna
York.
well,
like that shit.
shoot,
There's some cool ass games,
I might
yo.
next month send that nigga a game so you can send games with the
And
friends.
just think about it. Even any of those backward compatible titles from last gen, which a lot of them look phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. Dude, they're available in the store to buy for like 10, $15. Some is even $5, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
hey,
And
hey,
I
Xbox
saw that.
got better updates.
I saw that.
Shadow of War $20. I mean not Shadow of War. What you call it?
Witcher
$20.
3 and Witcher
Witcher
3
3,
20.
yeah, Witcher 3, the complete edition too, for
Oh
$20.
shit, that's
And
the
that
shit right
motherfucker
there.
getting upgraded too.
Oh hell yeah, that shit
Welcome
is
to
gonna
the.
be running.
We need
And
to
want to
tell
know,
that.
it's gonna get upgraded by a good ass developer, all right, and a good ass publisher. CD Projekt Red, all right, because they love using them 4K assets on PC. And the publisher is Warner Brothers. They don't cut no corners. Shadow of War is fucking living proof that these dudes ain't cutting no corners.
Yo,
Right?
but
Not like some developers and shit.
Puerto Rock fell at the right time because he's getting all these good ass exclusives he can get now because he's new to it.
Yeah.
Basically, show words. So he got a whole back catalog on that. He got backwards compat. He got all
Yep.
kind of shit, bro. So he Gucci.
And if he didn't have a 360 last gen, guess what? Those is brand new games.
Oh, yep. He got a
Yeah.
catalog for days. Puerto Rock gonna have fun.
Hell yeah, yo.
Yeah,
That's
and
what's up, though,
he probably didn't pay shit for the console. It's pretty cheap right now.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
neither
like,
here nor there, though. But, dudes, I want to get into something, though, man. Remember the shit that happened with Visceral Games and shit? EA closed down Visceral Games and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
said that the single-player market, it's not that huge. And, you know, from their beta testers and all that, they wasn't feeling them single-player, you know, just a single-player-based game. Now, if you think about it, the director or the producer of this game is Amy Hennig, the mastermind behind the Uncharted series. You know what I'm saying? And Sony does a lot
Wait,
of
so Star Wars game is
single-based
canceled?
games.
they gonna
Sony
redo it.
does a lot of them.
They
All
gonna
right,
they
from
gonna make it more. They said more.
Uncharted to
They're gonna make it
Horizon.
more like Destiny. That's they want a Star Wars Destiny game.
Oh yeah, they're
Wow.
gonna make it. They're gonna make it more open and expansive and whatnot, where you could do more things. I'm thinking more like along the lines of an Assassin's Creed, where you got more things that you could do in the game world. Now the funny thing is, though, that wasn't the top subject for me. That really caught my attention. The shit that caught my attention was the producer of God of War. All right, he came out defending single player based games. Like, no. People still love single player based games.
Because this game ain't come out yet.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like he had a damage control because they starting to feel it. And think about it, you know, people is gravitating towards more multiplayer based games, more games that are online. You know, Gran Turismo Sport being one of them, but we'll get into that motherfucker in a bit. All right, so what are your thoughts about this dude, damage control? Let's start with you, Jaylon.
Man, you know, you gotta protect your investment, man. And if that's what you do, man, you gotta speak out against your own kind, you know. But facts are facts. The number one sellers are 2K multiplayer. Madden multiplayer. I know Bone loves to get on that shit, you know, compete. People love competing. There's people who can't play sports in real life, people in wheelchairs who would love to compete, but they can't, so they do it on Madden. People who don't want to go to the military, so they buy COD or Halo. You know,
Yep.
It just gets more bang for their buck, man. People that a lot of people don't have the money to be plunging on all these single player games, so they buy a multiplayer game and it gives them way more time. And it's just facts. They have analytics. They know better than we do. The creator of God of War knows. He knows damn well. He knows more than any of us. He's just protecting his investment. That's all I see.
Yeah, well said, well said. What do you think? What do you think about the damage control flowing out this dude's trap?
What?
Going with you, 100.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a business. If it, I don't think just because they closed down the studio, I don't think they fired everybody. And trust me,
They moved them to other studios.
Yeah, they gonna move them to another studio or give them a salvage package, give them an option. If you know what I'm saying, some of the people are talented, but the guy came and said they was fighting for their product, and Sony, EA saying no. You forgot the head of EA ain't the head of EA anymore. It's another guy. It ain't the one that was head of Xbox anymore. He went to go run a motherfucking soccer team in Europe. He said, I'm getting the fuck out of this shit. But EA is known for being an asshole ass company. But they make money. Madden makes them money. Only game I think that don't make money is motherfucking NBA Live. So, you know what I'm saying? But they games make money. People buying Star Wars just for Star Wars.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This for Star Wars. Even though I think that beta was dog shit. And I'm thinking about canceling my pre-order, wait for that shit go in the vault. But Secret, I'll put this way. They said the same thing about Quantum Break. It didn't sell because it didn't have no type of multiplayer. You couldn't play with anybody. But that's a story-based game. One of the best games I played, and I didn't play it last gen, was Alan Wake. I want to play Alan Wake with nobody. I can't. Some games you just can't play with people.
Oh, that's one game I highly recommend for the rock if you haven't played Alan Wake.
So some games you just can't play. Like some games I don't play when I'm in a party because I want to enjoy the experience.
Right.
And it's a place for single player games. Mm-hmm. It's a place for them. But the world has turned what? We all done turned digital. We all done turned social. We social on our phones. You're social on your computer. You're social on your gaming consoles. It's social everywhere. Like I said, if you cut the motherfucking lights off, cut the power off, we gonna go crazy.
Shit, trust me, I know.
You crazy? You right. Right about it.
I know like a motherfucker. Yo, Triple Cup, man. What are your thoughts on the damage control that's flowing out of this dude's mouth?
Like pretty much like everybody saying, you gotta protect your investment. But what I was looking at it from another point of view is, and like everybody know, like the multiplayer games is ruling. I mean, it's not like pretty much right now. If you go back from pretty much not the beginning of gaming, in my eyes, it was like when I used to see pops and my uncles and all of them. They used to play games, and they games was dominoes, spades, chess. All these games is competitive games that you're playing against
Monopoly.
each other. Yeah, Monopoly.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who played any old school game when they used to play? It was always about playing with people. Playing by yourself was never no big thing. It was like, single player experience is more like, being able to be immersed into something. But the only thing about it is, if it ain't a game like The Witcher, Dragon Age, or something like that, that's going to keep you, that's going to be a game that you can play for an hour, 100 hours, 60 hours. It ain't, it ain't going to make it because a lot of people going to red box them. They going to wait till a person beat it, go trade it in the GameStop. They go buy the used copy for $30, and they beat it, and then they go trade it in for $10, $15 more, and then the cycle keeps on. So these single player games, they can't thrive like they want to for the simple fact of it's pretty much impossible to be really profitable like how these multiplayer games is. Like, say you got a game like Destiny, you can sit there and run around on Destiny, Grand Theft Auto, Mad. We can sit there and play this. I'm the Saints, and let's say 100. He always playing with them damn funky ass Raiders, and yeah, and we can play the same two teams. I ain't going to grab no other team. He ain't getting no other team, and we could play this all the way to 2019 around the same time of the year, a whole 12 months. So if we doing this here with these multiplayer games, you seeing where the money at. You seeing where the microtransaction where people they buying these gear and stuff like that because they want their person to look unique so other people can see it. On a single player experience game, you can make your character look unique, but it don't really matter because you don't got nobody to show it out to. Right. So I think he got to do whatever he got to do because, I mean, God of War gonna be in trouble on that aspect right there alone. I mean, it's gonna sell, but it ain't gonna sell how it would have sold like 5, 10 years ago. But now I don't see it doing too well because multiplayer is everything now.
Oh, hell yeah. Matter of fact, I remember how many ponies was talking shit about when Titanfall dropped. The one when it dropped
Yeah.
at the beginning of this generation, it was like, oh, it's multiplayer only. That shit ain't gonna make money. Well, Overwatch is looking at you motherfuckers right about now. Right? That was palatable.
Wow.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Great
Now,
point, man.
what are your thoughts on the damage control from these cards?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let them damage control, but I gotta
Yo,
say,
he about mute your mic.
I did it. I got him.
No,
I
that's
got him.
Clyde, huh?
you got him?
No, that was he bought. I got him.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. I see it like this, man. Single player games are. I'm not gonna say they're like a dying breed, but they're not really popping too much no more like that. Yeah, you get great ones like y'all said, The Witcher. You got Metroid. You have a lot of these single player games that's good. But remember, let's go back in the days when you first played Mario. When you all right, definitely. When you play Mario, when you play like Ghouls and Goblins, when you play Street Fighter, even if your friend ain't come over, basically you was just playing a single player game. But now multiplayer to me is like the future. Everybody want to play that. You want to play with your friends. Look, I could play Colada. You in Puerto Rico? I play your multiplayer. I'm playing with somebody from Puerto Rico. There's people in freaking England. You know what I mean? England, all that. We playing people around the world. A lot of times you want to go home from work or you come home from school, you want to stay upstairs, you want to play a game, but you want to play with your friends. So multiplayer is kind of smacking single player games, blowing them kind of out the water, if you believe it or not. Like if you think about it.
Just look at the numbers. Just look at the numbers for any multiplayer game. It's like that people talk shit on the Sony platform. What's one of the #1 selling games? It's a multiplayer game, Destiny.
Yep. Y'all was touching up on everything.
I don't know why they even play that shit.
Cause the dude is, I ain't gonna lie, of course he's gonna damage control if his game ain't come out yet. You know what I mean? And his game is on PlayStation, supposed to be hot. And that's God of War. That's like what they praise besides Last of Us, you know what I mean? The Unfarted. They do all of that. They praise those kind of games. And Sony's known for their single player games. Now with all these multiplayer things coming out, it's smacking.
They only dominate in one genre. Single player.
Like if you look at let's just say that game Final Fantasy, those were single player games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like a lot of people went crazy for those. If we go to Nintendo, Nintendo's all about that. Really, their Zeldas, all kind of their legendary games is really single player games. But now multiplayer games is like the cards, Halo.
But think about it though. Square Enix changed their tune though. They put out Final Fantasy 14 that's online, and guess what? People are still playing that shit online.
Yeah. Like you see this generation, and when you look at it, multiplayer is ruling. And to me, multiplayer is the future because from here on, if they still make consoles, there's going to be a lot of multiplayer games where everybody's meeting each other, everybody's having fun. You got, your friend come over, it's cool. Like if you could play with them on split screen and all that, or in your crib. But that's to me like the dinosaur ages. Right now, you can't really.
Why would you want to split the screen on your fucking TV?
Man, I got a homie, and he like, hey man, I'm coming to your house and play Madden. You got to go kick rocks, nigga. You got to take your bum ass home and go jump on Xbox Live when you play Madden. I don't want to be by you where you sitting there because I ain't got to worry about you seeing my plays and none of that. Was the difference when you have somebody. Yeah, take your ass over, take your ass across, get your ass 2 blocks away, cut on your Xbox, and you come pray to God. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna give you this work.
Yeah, that's true facts right there. That's
like
dope.
Nobody don't like people got mad about Halo not doing split screen. Why do you care? I'm not playing with nobody. I love what Halo did. Halo did something successful. If you do a single player game, you can play single player, or you can have friends to play different characters.
Exactly. You can have fun on that.
How many times I beat Halo 5 with people? I think the first time I beat Halo 5 by myself because I got it early, and then I beat Halo 5 again with 4 other people. Do you want to play? I wanted to play. I didn't care who I jumped in. Boom, jump in, let's play.
Gears of War understand the beef a little bit though. I understand the beef a little bit though with Halo, just for the simple fact that I know a lot of friends out here that I have and shit that have Xboxes, they're married. And not only do they play like a motherfucker, their wives play like a motherfucker. So when co-op wasn't in the game, it rubbed them the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because like, damn, now I can't play with wifey. Or wifey took the console, now I can't play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit bothers. My wife is like, "Oh nah, don't worry, I don't want one." Then I see her playing it. Like, come on, man, you got to get your my
I
time.
feel you. I feel you. I feel you, man.
Told you she still when Sunset Overdrive came, she sniped that shit from you, man.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah. And guess what? The Xbox has the best online service, Xbox Live. I actually breezed through in one night. Gears of War Judgment. All right.
oh, you
Basically, I'm backwards compatibility.
ate that up.
I'm in fucking Puerto Rico. The other cat was in the UK. The other cat was in Scotland. And old girl was in Australia. All right. And that shit was seamless. Can't really say that about PlayStation Network, though. Motherfuckers be having issues.
Can I say one thing about single player games?
Go ahead, G.
What I was thinking was, you know, some single player games do well, like Final Fantasy or whatnot, Witcher, like you guys were saying, because they're 50 hours long.
Yeah.
While these other ones, you know, they don't really do well. And, you know, the ones that
like
do well sell
8 to 10 hour games.
Yeah, but they sell like 1 or 2 million. It looks good to us, but if it's a AAA game, it didn't really make its money back.
No.
But with games like, what's it called? Smaller games like Rico or Nier.
That's why
or
DLC
Super Lucky
comes
Tail.
factors into the matter.
Yeah, but like you're noticing a lot of single player games are low budget, like Nier Automata and fucking Rico and shit. Even if those don't sell well, they'll make the money back, you know?
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna be seeing, you know, huge.
Some of them, you know, it's the price. They're gonna have to, you know, make the price. Like Cuphead sold so good because the price.
Yeah.
The price was right. Super Lucky Tail's gonna sell because the price is right.
Yeah.
So
dude. They also broke the world record.
Yeah, so if you can do that, you can make the price kind of right. Like say if you're going, matter of fact, why don't you do a game that I like, and it was single, it was what you call it, we just had Resident Evil Revelations. Make it episodic.
Yeah.
Yo, like the time.
And then when you come out,
yeah, I actually bought Revelations too, because I liked that episode.
Oh yeah, Revelation 2 was off the chain. And I bought it. I bought it when I think they had it on sale. I think I got it for like $20, and they gave me all the DLC with it. That game was the truth. I need to be done. I want to. Where's 3 at? I don't want to remaster the 1. Where the fuck is 3?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Because I got the 1 on the 360, man. Just give me that back compat. I'm good.
you know what's cool too? That co-op, guys. When you play that co-op on it.
Yeah, see, co-op is fun. If they throw more games co-ops, if you do single player, have them co-op. You know, have a third. I think Dead Rising 4. If you could have co-op through the whole mission, you could have played with a girl or a different character and all that, and you and Frank going through it, that game would have sold more.
Yeah, exactly, man. But the guys that I think the developers of the game, they love Strudel. All right, because that DLC content with dude dressing up like Cammy, dude, that shit ain't right, man. I'm sorry. That shit is not right.
Another game, man.
That I could put that costume on. Yeah. Don't give me food that I'm gonna put Cammy's thong on. Hell no, man. What
Metal Gear took out the co-op also, man. Metal Gear 5, man. You turn me off from buying your game by putting some shit like that in there. I don't want to see shit like that.
I would like to see it's a gaming thing, so I would like to see Cammy's ass instead of a hairy ass. Because come on, man.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, Metal Gear 5, man. The one on PSP had co-op, but they took it out for the one on Xbox One and PS4. I don't know what's up with that.
Wow.
Yeah, gamers got more social now. That's the whole thing. We all more social. You know, you can, especially on Edge. You know, how many times I'll be sitting there. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. My son has sent me a group invite and all that. You know, I don't play no goddamn Fortnite. But you know, since but you know, people are social. I see if I go into a party, somebody playing some type of, you know, being social, and the world is turning social. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Nah, it's not.
Like girls.
It's like it's the way of the world nowadays and shit. Another thing that I saw this week was actually kind of tripping. You know
Let He-Bot shine in. Let He-Bot shine in on it.
Oh, yeah, yo, He-Bot, man. What's
hear
up,
me?
man? Yo, introduce yourself to everybody, yo.
What's up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Introduce yourself to everybody.
Oh, if you guys don't know me by now, you're never gonna get to know me. It's the one and only He-Bot. Bye, yeah.
Trigger.
Señoras y señores. One more time, back with the DirectX minus El Fraudo. But that's okay, because we've been going strong and fortified. I just don't know what topic you guys are talking about. So, just fill me in.
We were talking about single-player based games and damage controlling.
God of War.
The guy from
The
God of War
guy.
Dev, actually, or the producer from God of War, actually came out to damage control that Visceral Games got shut down by EA because, quote, not a lot of people like single-player based games.
Wait, but aren't they a single-player based game? What the fuck?
No, that's why he came out to damage control. He was saying, no, people like single-player based games, but as we was talking about, the numbers really aren't there, like J Long was stating. A lot of these single-player based games, especially if they're like 9 hours, 10 hours long and shit, most people buy them, they breeze through them, and then they sell them back to the store. And then the next sucker comes up and buys the used version just to save $5 and fuck Sony in the ass. But what's your thoughts on that, man?
Well, I know my thoughts and my take on this whole topic is going to be probably really different from all of you guys because me, I love single-player games, okay? But here's the difference. I'm logical enough to know where the problems are and where the problems need to be fixed for single-player games to continue to thrive. As you guys all know, single-player games is the heart and soul of video games, period.
There are some that do thrive though. Like if you look at games like State of Decay that has multiple hours, the original State of Decay, Witcher 3, that's like over 100 hours. You know what I'm saying? What's that other game that's by Bethesda?
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, another single player game that has over 50 hours. You know what I'm saying? Basically, bang.
Right.
Go ahead.
But here's the thing with my theory. A good single-player game is going to be good whether it's short or whether it's long. The difference is you'll always go back to it. The difference is, obviously, with the times that we're in now with gaming is a lot more social, and it's a lot more online heavy. Hey, come on, don't say. The problem is because people want more bang for their buck because, we live in a time where there's a lot more casual gamers than they are rooted hardcore gamers. So we, as the rooted hardcore gamers, for example, can appreciate a long game or a short game for the money we pay as long as it's good, right? So like if we play Quantum Break, we enjoyed it and we'll respect it. And we won't have a problem paying $60 for it. But somebody that just wants to play and get more money out of what they pay for, they're like, oh, that shit is trash. I beat it. I want to take it back. They don't got no multiplayer component. And in a sense, they're right. They are. Because, you want things to last you longer, okay? Because I'm speaking with bias. Because I am a single-player alcoholic. Okay? That's just the way it is. But I'm going to speak with sense. Here's the two things that need to be done. For single-player games to become viable again and stay profitable, they have to do two things. One was already mentioned by Mr. 100. Actually, I think he mentioned both of them. First off, if you're going to have a single-player game, you're going to have to price it at a better price than a game that has single-player, right? Or a more big, heavy multiplayer component that you can continue to play for months and months and months, than just a regular single-player game that's going to be beaten in 15 hours. You have to price it differently. It has to be between 40 to 45 for single-player because this is the day and age we live in. That's number one. Number two, what Mr. 100 hit, another good point was, if you want a single-player game to be heavy and get more appeal in the social and online aspect, you have to add the single-player mode where you can play with more than 2 to 4 players at a time, so that you can not only make it long, right, co-op. Not only that you make it long, but you make it where it can appeal to everybody, both your both the casual and the hardcore, because we'll still get the single player story driven game, but we're playing it together online in a social medium. Okay. And then thirdly, because I just thought about it right now, is if you want to give it more money for your value, we got to have more developers not be lazy. We have to have more developers that are willing to do what Gears of War did with Coalition, right? Or what 343 does with Halo. You give it a really strong and powerful online component that's constantly growing, and you give it a very strong and viable single player with 4-player component. Right, co-op, where everybody's at. That's the full package you're getting online, and you're getting single player. But the biggest problem is that right now, there's not a lot of developers that want to go to the hardware and do both in the same level and scale, because it's easier to just do a multiplayer. Everybody jumps on it like a Destiny, as you guys know, because it took them 3 games of the first version of the first one to actually put a fucking story in the new one, to then make all that money off of people. You see what I'm trying to say? Because it's what's big now. It's online is big. It's not going away. And so we have to accept that. That's number one. Okay. And number two is, if we're gonna accept it, okay, then let's respect all aspects of medium of gamers. Let's respect the single players, and let's respect the multiplayer guys. So what we do, how do you do that? You give them both in one package. But I don't know if that's gonna happen, because that's the problem. What I think happened with Visceral. Visceral is probably more concentrating on a big epic scale single player game, because you've seen it with Dante's Inferno, you've seen it with Dead Space, you've seen it with the Simpsons games that they did on the freaking 360. Okay, with that new thing going on, with whether it's loot crates or whether it's expansion packs and DLCs and skins, it's a big thing. It's a marketable a market right now. They see it, people don't care. They'll buy it. As long as something they like, it's a choice, they buy it, they don't care. So everybody wants to jump that bandwagon. It is what it is. It's a business first. They need to make money.
But he bought on that game that they was making, that Star Wars game, just because that motherfucker said Star Wars on it, they was gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely.
Just because it said Star Wars on it.
100%. Look at what the first one did. The first one,
no, that's full of shit. I can't even play the first one.
I didn't buy the first one because it was only one. It was only online, and two, if you bought the $100 pack, it was just to get one gun, which was Han Solo's gun. That shit was retarded. How many fucking copies did it sell? 100? Over 12 million copies. So you are 100% right about just the name alone will sell the fucking game. But that's Star Wars.
It's a big franchise, Star Wars.
Right. Everything else, it's a hit or miss. It's a risk. But Cuphead just proved that single player games are viable. But it's because of what you said. Pricey. It's a price game.
Co-op though. They're gonna add multiplayer online co-op.
You know what? People be complaining. Like I agree with certain people about that co-op. I don't want no damn co-op with that, because I mean the app, you know, you can get in each other's way.
Right.
I didn't have people play the couch co-op with, you know what I'm saying, with their brother or something. To me, that needs to be this Cuphead going at each other. I don't want no online. If you gonna make it online, I wouldn't mind doing the run and gun online.
Right. I played it with my son. And I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking hard.
Hell yeah, I got that shit. I put that shit down for 2 weeks because I was cussing like a sailor.
You get confused because Mudman and Cuphead look a lot alike. I think Triple Cup hit this topic on his on the PTK Blend podcast. He was talking about it, and he hit that point that it's confusing because they both look very similar. It's just the color difference. So it's even harder, in my opinion, than single player. You see what I'm saying? And you know, not everybody has the patience. They just don't, because a lot of gamers are not like you guys. You guys are gamers. A lot of gamers, the majority, we all know, want their hands to be home. They like easy shit. That's why they love things like Uncharted. And yes, I said Uncharted. And yes, I'm going to say things like The Last of Us, because they don't match, not even come close to something like Tomb Raider or Splinter Cell Conviction. Those games shit over those games as far as gameplay. So no, don't go there. They do like the hands to be old. Yes, absolutely. And that's the problem with gamers now. So, you know, you understand, you got to find a happy medium, unfortunately, because the baby cars can't handle it. Look, it is
And
what
then you also got to understand, you got to have a good ass story. Tomb Raider had a great story. Uncharted had a story. More, you got to have them stories. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People say they don't like a drummer. I liked the drummer. There was something different. I know Shepard is dead. He ain't coming back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But some people didn't like it. Maybe more people like that because now it's in the vault. You can go pay that $30 a year now in the vault and give it a chance. You know, I don't give a fuck about the animations of the face. I got intrigued in the story where my sister couldn't get her ass up for some reason.
That's right.
And I'm over here trying to fuck for her and say, and I got this new threat. You know, the game is solid.
The problem is 100 is most of these gamers, they don't like change. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's this generation growing up like the J-Long generation. J-Long is in early 20s. You know, as we all know, J-Long is the exception.
Right.
In this generation as well, but I don't know if it's them or people in general or because there's more girls now playing. No. The point is they don't like change. They get scared. I don't know why. And I think that's one of the reasons why Halo got a lot of heat. Because it was changed. No longer was Master Chief the only protagonist. Now it's this big black dude. Who the fuck this guy think he is? He came out of nowhere after 5 games. Who the fuck think he is thinking Master Chief?
No, they said he had no personality, but Chief don't have no personality either.
It's that he's a human.
I know, right?
That's right. You know what I mean? It's two different things. Come on, what's Chief's personality? Let's go get him, guys. He said one line. You know what I mean?
Let's finish the fight.
Exactly.
Let's go. When he says something, he said what he means. You know what I'm saying? When he fell down in Halo 3, when he fell down, like, nah, I ain't gone yet. And you know what I'm saying? And then it was the supporting cast that made Master Chief. And to make Locke, it was a supporting task too. You had Buck.
Exactly.
You had a bunch of different people from I hope 343 don't listen to none of them motherfuckers.
Yo, you know what was dope about Halo 5 though? What was dope? That fighting scene when he ran up on Master Chief ass. That was dope.
And people complained about that too.
That was fun. Come on, man. That's what made it hot. Like when you playing the game, you like, oh, you want to see what happens after that. You like,
because people ain't want to see Locke fucking backhand Chief and crack his visor. People got pissed. They was like, how the fuck you do that to Chief? Hell no.
Listen, Chief held back because Chief knows that he's human and Chief is a super soldier. He knows he could have killed him. Chief was not trying to fight Locke. Chief is trying to find out what the fuck happened to his baby, Cortana. He didn't give 2 shits about Locke. That's Locke
is a Spartan 3, yo. Chief is a Spartan 2, yo. Those are the tanks.
Yeah, that was the best. The Spartan 2 was the best of the Spartans.
Yeah, that was a good little fight right there.
The best of the Spartans. They know they are the best of the Spartans. So these Spartan 4s they Spartans, but they I guess technology got it where it's less expensive to make a Spartan. You know, they don't go through that training, the super training. You know,
Locke they ain't go through any of that training that Chief and his crew went through.
You know what I'm saying? And then Chief don't understand too. It's a more, see, that's when you play Halo Wars. See, that's why we trying to tell people, they want people just to give them the story. When you play Halo Wars 2 and you playing against Jerome and them, there were washouts from the Halo Wars. From Spartan 2. Chief thinks they're dead, that they're not. They put them in cryo. And when technology got to them, they put them back in and then they send them on ships. Because you didn't want to mess with the Spartan mentality. Because when they found out the Spartans, you can be fragile.
Right.
But they don't have no fucking lies. But see, people want you to. Why they don't tell us that in Halo 5? Motherfuckers call read a book. Go look at videos. I don't read the Halo novels, but I listen to guys that will YouTube will break down the Halo novel to me.
Yeah. Well, look, to end my point, because I already said enough for what I had to say, but as far as the single player and the multiplayer aspect goes, I think they both have room and space to coexist, but we got to understand and accept the facts. Multiplayer is a big, big, big part of gaming right now, bigger than anything else, and it's not going nowhere because it's a very social aspect thing with people and the community. So what they need to do is just make sure they can cohesively keep putting them together, or if they're going to do them separate and make them separate entities, depending on the game-for-game basis, do what Mr. 100 said. just keep making them cheaper, right? If they're only going to have a component for single player only, Apple, a co-op mode that if you're only going to sell it a little bit more expensive, you can add DLC story later on, and you can still play cooperatively, and you still make a little bit of money. Like they did kind of for years with the Kim story, that it was $5, and you got an additional 3.5 hours of game. See what I'm saying? I think that's fairly done and done right, in good taste. That's what I think should happen as far as that topic goes.
Yeah. Hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
You guys there?
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
I'm here. Everybody's here. Yo,
Yeah, we all here.
that's a trip though. It's a trip though, man. There is room for both actually, but like you were saying, he bought at 100. You know what I'm saying? You do need to separate it. You know what I'm saying? At least add some type of co-op where like you could enjoy it with your friends, or even through DLC. You know what I'm saying? Through DLC where you get additional story content or whatever that'll keep the people coming back for more. You know what I'm saying? And the developers at the end of the day could actually get paid. All right, because if you look at games and prices, they've been at $60 for like 20 years, people. All right, everything else has gone up, but video games. All right, they're still fucking $60, man. All right,
shit,
now,
Neo Geo cartridges shit was what?
yeah, now let's look at another thing though. Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo Sport has got already a 75 on Metacritic. It's a game that you could only save if you're online only. All right, you only get a super advanced. Well, this is the way Electronic Gaming Monthly put it. The Gran Turismo Sport is like a super advanced driver's ed program. All right, because it's lacking in content, like a motherfucker. You could only save if you're online, and the game actually opens up only if you're online. All right, so that's DRM for your asses by Sony, right? The ones that fucking talking about, no DRM in games. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Now, Forza 7 has a 86 on Metacritic. So that's easily the console king of racing games. So what are your thoughts on this shit, Ghost Rider?
I tell you this, Gran Turismo is a beast itself for Sony gamers out there, and a lot of us played that shit back then because a lot of us back then was mainly either Dreamcast, Sony. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Well, Forza to me is the shit. Basically, like it's the king. Like Turismo took forever. When was the last one that came out? Look how long that took.
2013.
Look at that.
4 years.
Yo, as a matter of fact, the last full game that they had was, at least the one that was fully featured with a whole bunch of shit, was Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec.
Look at that. Now compare to Forza coming out every year, but fire, more cars, more things. You gotta look at that. Not only that the cars look better, the sound effects, them shit sound like fucking real cars. Your fucking console.
You could tune the mechanics to the way you want the game to play.
My console turns on, it sound like a car. The limited edition Forza I got, but the new one right now and all the Forzas is spanking that in the ass and dry dud. Like, look at that. They look, man. It is what it is. Forza is the king. Yeah, they tried to shit on Forza 5. Remember that?
I know. Yep. Forza 5 had more content 4 years ago than Gran Turismo Sport does today.
This is where you see that Sony's lacking. They lack in races, and their Ultimate Racer, there's a king that sold a lot. Is a dud, basically. It's gonna sell because they dry. They ain't got nothing.
This is more like the prologue to Gran Turismo 7. That's what I think.
That shit's like a fucking. That shit's like a Civic compared to a fucking Porsche.
And then even if they want to separate their franchises, let's say like they do a Gran Turismo 7 within a few years from now, which I highly doubt. But let's say they do. You know what I'm saying? And they also doing the Gran Turismo Sport franchise. Forza still outstrips both of the motherfuckers, man, with Forza 7 and Forza Horizon.
But see, this is the crazy shit with the Forza. I mean, with Gran Turismo, you don't have. Look at all. Gran Turismo, I said, should be $40. If we're going to go pricing, look at the content you get.
Yep.
40
you got
bucks.
162 cars, yo. And some of them is fucking the same type of car, just a different version of it. Really?
That's sad.
But it's not.
Yeah, I remember
I know
when,
people love Gran Turismo and the name, but hey, you got to call apples and oranges if you don't get the bang for your buck.
Yo, fuck that. I don't
I
love
remember
no
in
names. I love
GT6, they were
games.
like, "Yo, we got
I don't love
1,000
names. I
cars,
love
bro,"
games,
and then
yo.
they're like, "Fucking."
Fuck the dumb shit.
That's even no competition.
Yeah, I remember when GT6 came out, they're like, "Yo, we got 1,000 cars, right?" And then I go look, and it's like, "All right, let me check out the Ford GT." There's like, "Oh, this is the Ford GT that we raced in 1968, and here's the one in '69." And it's one coat of paint for this car. Like, you might as well just put one car and then give you different paint jobs, which is what Forza would do. But Gran Turismo would give you the same fucking car and split it into 10.
Exactly.
But answer me this question: you got what? How long it's been? Like almost 4 years before a GT game came out.
Yeah.
But how Turn 10 can do it every other year and top the next game over and over and over? To me, that don't make no sense.
Exactly, dude. Because
I
mean, Forza 7 is a big hop, skip, and a motherfucking jump over fucking Forza 5.
Uh-huh.
You gotta see
Yeah, in the same amount of time as Turismo, man.
these
You
guys
crazy.
are basically, they love cars, and what they doing is they actually putting their heart and soul into this game, into their games when they make them. So it's like when you look at these people doing Gran Turismo, are they really? They just collecting. Are they really into it? Are they heart and soul into making a game that blows your mind? No, I think they're just blowing dust. Like, you know what I mean? Just like when I look at my PlayStation, I go and blow the dust off of it. You know what I mean?
I can imagine, yo. Yo, J-Law, what are your thoughts and shit, man, on Gran Turismo and shit, man? Especially the Metacritic, man.
Well, 70's okay. I honestly don't really care about Metacritic, but you know who does care about Metacritic? Pony.
The ponies.
Ponies have been talking about Metacritic since last generation. So if they say they don't care, they're obviously bullshitting. Don't believe them and keep rubbing it in their face
the
because
reason I brought it up.
love Metacritic. They love Metacritic, man. But 70's all right. The 70 is probably what I thought it would be because as much shit as I talk about GT6, I still enjoyed the game. I do like Gran Turismo, and they do have a lot of content. Although, like I said, it's padded. I think they're still even using shitty fucking PS3 models.
Wow.
So to have that little amount of cars and at the same time recycling them for PS3, it's pathetic, man. And it's exactly what I expected from it. Since they didn't call it Gran Turismo 7, I'm like, yeah, this isn't even gonna be a full game. I don't consider it a full game.
You had like
100
some odd cars.
Wow, son, you tell me that's not 7 or
pathetic.
They ain't doing
I would
nothing
consider
like
this a AAA game.
Yeah. And Project Cars
Is it double A?
on that game.
Jay, you think it's a double A?
It's a double A and a half.
That's fucking perfect.
Yeah, man.
Double A and a quarter.
People don't understand that.
Yeah,
It's a middle A game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember a guy from I think was that Sony Japan. He was trying to tell him that they need to start keeping up with time, using the same shit. He said we got the money for the technology, but we need to up our game. He came out and said,
you know how they up their game? This is the way they up their game. They go with another studio. That's the way they're gonna up their game.
Guys, man. They're gonna say, I'm gonna have to bring this up, man. I bring this up every podcast, man. Sony's European and American studios got beautiful looking games like Uncharted and Horizon. America and Europe. But when you get the Japanese studio, you got shitty looking games like Gran Turismo. What's going on?
You seen the game?
A UK studio, man. A UK studio do that game justice. Go with Codemasters.
Yes. Thank you.
It's gonna be a lot better than what y'all delivering.
I don't know what's going on in Japan, bro. You were the leaders before, man.
Yeah, they probably were.
They were.
That's what that is.
That's their pride, Jay. That's their pride. They all into that. Yo, we Japan developers. We were the best. You were the best. You understand?
Exactly,
yo. Look at that game.
Well,
that
America
Cowboy
and Europe,
game.
we the best, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. We took over. You already know that happens. Once you let Americans in there, let America, we got to be number one. You already know.
When Nintendo coming out saying now, they said they need to actually look for the Western audience because we the one that's buying this shit.
Think 100. Think about the game, the Cowboy game that's coming out that's gonna be coming out
Red Dead?
next year. Red Dead. Look at
Red
that
Dead
shit.
Redemption?
It's
Wow.
gold. It's fire. You know what I mean? Like, look at these dudes. What they got? I ain't gonna lie. Final Fantasy going. They look like some weirdos. Like walking around with tight ass.
It's got good graphics, but not good enough, you know? Not as good as Witcher.
At least
Yeah, that's
he
what I'm
has
trying
the
to say.
redemption
Yo,
value.
if it
Ghost. That's
wasn't for old girl, if it wasn't for old girl at the fucking gas station and shit, that shit would be a schlong fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Tight.
Backstreet Boys, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
The
like old
Backstreet Boys of
DG,
gaming.
Throw your hands up in the air, wave them side like you just don't care.
And that blonde dude, he be talking funny, yo. I don't know. He's a
Nah,
little too.
I call him Ellen DeGeneres, man. Ellen DeGeneres.
That's an appropriate title. An appropriate title. Yo, Triple Cup. What's your take on Gran Turismo Sport, man?
Man, I ain't play it, but from what I was seeing, it looked like
Oh, there's Gran Turismo right there.
yeah, that's what it looked like. That was perfect too. But it don't feel like they actually put no effort into the game. It's just like they say, oh, we need another racing game, huh? They just bottle some shit up and just say, huh, here you go. Like you at a cafeteria, you're getting lunch instead of at a restaurant, and you paying for it. And it's just like they just say, huh, here you go. They ain't really. You can tell they ain't really putting no effort into it. And I'm guessing that's why they call it sport instead of 7, because you know what I'm saying they didn't want that. They wanted to have you know what I'm saying the scapegoat right there. Oh, that's not the that's 7. That's just a sport that we putting out. But they still charge you the same price, and it's still GT. So I don't know why would they do that, but Forza took it to a whole nother level, and they really gotta go back to the drawing board to do something. It might take another 4-5 years and rethink what the fuck they doing, because that shit there ain't shit.
Yo, the biggest crime they did was the online only, yo.
Yeah, I mean that to me that ain't bad because I'm online regardless. But you know, I'm an Xbox player. You know, saying for the Sonys, they always talk about we don't want online
Single player games.
Yeah.
The problem is Triple Cup. They give you an arcade mode that you can play offline, and it still won't save your progression unless you're online, and that's the bullshit part of it.
Yeah, you can't save.
It is. Yeah, now that is.
You see what I'm saying?
That to me that's
supposedly there's something wrong with your internet provider. Know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Your internet is not working that day. Well, guess what, man? You could only play the 3 tutorials in Gran Turismo Sport. That's it.
Yo, ain't Gran Turismo the one that was stealing Forza pictures or something like that?
Oh yeah,
because
they were using PlayStation 3 cars. That's why. You know, they needed next gen cars to advertise their shit.
Not only that, but remember this, guys. They ain't the only ones that did it. This is Gran Turismo that did it, and Drive Dud did it too.
Yeah, Drive Dud did too. Yeah,
that's crazy. Look, they bite it. They bite it.
Want to know what's even trippier? They have no real time weather. All right, there's no night and day cycles. There's rain on it. There's rain, people. But if they was to put rain like that on Forza 7, motherfuckers would fucking throw up a fucking ruckus on the Xbox community. All right? Because fucking the rain looks like rain that you would see on the OG Xbox.
Wow.
Like I say, Forza took a step further. Like that dynamic weather, when I played the demo, I was like, whoa. It started, you know what I'm saying? I heard that you can actually, on Forza 7, you actually see the sunrise.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's crazy. And then look what, okay, people say Microsoft don't do that. They show back up that Forza shit. Cause they buy them they buy them cars. You can't get no Porsche on nothing else. They show you a shit ton of car. Look what they did with Forza Horizon, got the Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now think about the rain again. Talking about the weather. When it rains in a Forza game, if you're in the first person view, you see the rain hitting your windshield. You see the wipers wiping the rain to the sides while it keeps hitting the windshield. That's not in Gran Turismo Sport, people. You just see some rain on the outside of the window.
Hey, anybody deal with this here? Why you playing Forza 7 or Forza Horizon? You just looking at the background, and all of a sudden you just ran into something. Bam!
Yeah.
How beautiful, because how beautiful the game is. You just admiring the view, and while you playing the game, all of a sudden you just run into something. So it's that's one of those games where it's so beautiful that you just want to just.
Wasn't Sony the ones that was talking about immersion in games? There's no sense of immersion in Gran Turismo Sport, not compared to Forza 7. Forza 7, you're completely immersed in this world, man. That's what it feels like.
Is it safe to say that the demo of Forza has more value than the game of Gran Turismo?
Ooh.
Actually, yeah, I would agree. It does have way more value, man. Even the demos to fucking Forza Horizon has way more value than that shit. And Drive Dead combined.
And we got Forza 5 for free, man. I think that's a death blow to Gran Turismo. Just the fact that we got a better game for free.
Hey, listen.
Man.
I got it.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, man, on the Gran Turismo?
So I can tell you to sit down and, get ready for a sermon. Listen, first and foremost, the reason, the real comparison, if you will, that you can do right now to make it fair between Forza and GT Sports is that it would be with Forza 5. Okay, that's the fair, compares to 7. It's not really comparable. Okay, in any way, shape, or form. The whole reason why first of all, it is so lacking in content is one, because they wanted to concentrate too much on putting a VR mode into the game, which takes a lot of resources, and it's still not there. Okay, and the VR resources is pushed on every Sony game right now, or a majority of them, because they spend too much money with that technology. So they gotta push it. They have no choice. Microsoft don't have to do that. Okay, that's number one. You're gonna have all the, J-Lo pointed out, Sony love Metacritics.
The VR looked like crap.
Even the owner himself, the creator, he said from Polyphony Studios, he said from Polyphony Digital, he said that mode is not where it needs to be yet. It's still too in its infancy, if you will. It's not good enough. Okay, he wasn't really happy with it, but he put it in because that was part of the deal. So that was one of the reasons. Another thing that Jalen pointed out, yes, ponies love Metacritic. But here's the problem with Metacritic. Metacritic is getting their scores based off the same websites that show biased ever since the launch of the goddamn Xbox. Tacos, Game of Thrones, Digital Factories, IGNs, Push Square, Delete, Sony News, Certification, PlayStation UK. These are the same people putting up the scores. So
they're even dissing it, yo. PlayStation Lifestyle gave it a 7.5.
They have no choice. I'm
gonna be honest with you. They are being too generous. That game should not be in 7.6 right now or 7.8. That game should be in the low 5.
Well, some people gave it 100. Some people gave it 100.
Gaming Trends gave it 100.
What? They get Gran Turismo 100?
Said a bit.
They deserve 100 slaps to the face, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the game that's the life that we live. I mean, that's why I don't believe in motherfucking Metacritic. And I'll actually believe more in Open Critic, because people don't know about Open Critic. But see, a lot of people use that to balance a game. That's not a game. That's not. You should not use. It's like NPD. You can't use that as a measuring stick. That's why I tell people, go to your favorite YouTuber, because that's who's gonna give you the real review. Go watch somebody go play the game and see how they feel like they're playing it after a week. Don't go up to these others, because these people are not gamers. You already saw the dude from Cuphead. He couldn't get through the tutorial. You know what I'm saying? And he's been writing for 20 years. It's time you to retire, man. You got, saying? You got hand problems or something?
That just means that he's been doing the journalism, but he's not been playing. That proves
he's playing politics.
Maybe watch, and I think a lot of them watch other people play. Now, I'm gonna put it this way: I play sports games. Heebot does it,
right?
But we work for a gaming public publication. I'm not gonna give Heebot to go do Madden, and I know he don't play Madden.
That's right. That's right.
Like to go play Final Fantasy. I don't play turn strategy games, so why you give it to me?
Right, and it's
then they gave Quan a break to people who hate shooters, who hate third-person shooters.
That's the point
Yeah,
I'm trying to
exactly.
this point. Remember, it was 100. Giant Bomb gave Drive Club a 9, and they gave
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 2 a 4. Okay, they trashed it. Okay, that's the kind of indifference and that you see right there, careers there, that is not
Wow.
trust. Now, like I was trying to say too, you gotta understand. Listen, the, Sony's new model has been for a while since the PS3 is spend as least amount of money possible and make as much money as you can from that money you spend. That's why most of their games are still using old engines. Horizon, it's still using their very first Killzone engine, and they remodified it and renamed it and called it the Decima engine. But that's why Horizon, it feels like a big Bob Ross canvas with no life. It's just a foliage movie when you walk through it, and no NPCs. And then people gotta understand that mocap fills in the gap to give you the illusion that you're playing like holy shit. Because mocap is done with the computer recording the performance of the actors, and they just transfer it over onto the computer. That's not an animator doing it from his talent to mimic real life animation with his hands. It's very different. So that makes it look like, oh my god, look at the high quality production. Look at what I'm trying for. You go to Madagascar, there's no fucking
That's why
zebras,
I love Sunset Overdrive.
there's no fucking giraffes.
Yep.
All you see in the background, occasionally maybe some birds flocking together. That is it. And you're in fucking Madagascar, a jungle. No one knows. Really? You see what I'm saying? So like I said, it's a pretty lost canvas with no life. That's what a lot of the PlayStation games are. I feel like you take movie and you see all the work and all the money went into the mocap to mocap his body so you can look like a real person on this canvas that they paint in the background. And that's why people get fooled by their fucking games. Okay? The same thing goes with Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, you put a little bit of money, you want to invest more in their fucking VR, and that is why the game is only online. Because they know that they can make some money if they make it online only. But it's like Mr. 100 said, why not make the game $30? Because it's only an online component. And the game is lacking content for people. The game has 126 cars. Forza 5 had 500 cars plus at launch with 18 tracks plus they were all mirrored to play with them backwards, which looks different. So you basically have the equivalence of, with the illusion of 20, 36 tracks. And GT Sport don't even have, I think it has 12. There's only 20 cars on screen when you're racing, as opposed to 28 or 27 on Forza. You see? It has no dynamic lighting like weather. It just has dynamic lighting. A lot of the people are paper cutouts. They look like paper cutouts, and then the backgrounds. Oh, it looks more detailed, but when you're driving, you can tell it's because they're paper. They look like paper cutouts, pixelated. Okay. In Forza, everything is little polygons, and the reason why the game per 5, right? The reason why per 5 had less content than 4, because I have 4 as well, and it was lacking way less content, is because they built it from the ground up. And I had this fucking pony argument with me trying to say, no, they did it. They didn't build it from the ground up. So Dan Greenwald said it himself in the featurette that they started from scratch. They recorded every track, every car, every tire, every engine for every car. That's why it was lacking content. They started from scratch. Okay?
Of
And
course.
not only that, Dan Greenwald is a fucking engineer, a car engineer in real life. You see? So, they're only going to damage control because nostalgia is a hell of a drug. They're nostalgic to the franchise. They don't want to let it go. They don't want to realize that it's old, it's dated, and that Sony's been playing this game with this title since the PS3. When they started with the prologue, and then you got parts 5 or 4, I think it was. Then they did another one, a monologue one. Then they did part 6, which I think was Apex, like the one you said, so and they made it. So I guess they figured, well, let's do one GT Sport, let's do another version, and we'll add 500 cars later, which I'm probably trying to use that as an argument. Oh, they're going to do DLC, and they're going to add another 500 cars. So there's a price to launch with 500 cars. What's your point? And not only that, every car has the digital museum, which every car is in Auto Vista, which gives you the history of the car, and you can see it in 3D. Then they're like, oh yeah, but it's more detailed. inside the cars when you look at them. I was like, of course, because there's less content, so you could put that resource into the graphic details. You know, when you're driving, you don't even see cosmetic damage. You don't see damage in the car itself.
No, they got something. It looks like it got scratched.
Well, yeah, that's it. But when you hit something, it'll disappear, start blinking, and then you appear on the track again. It doesn't even feel like you crashed, and nothing moves. Like, you know how you hit stuff? If you hit the tires, they go all over the place, and when you hit rocks, you see the rock coming up and shit. You don't see that. You don't have that. It's lacking all that.
It was damage like that in Forza 5, man. I used to play Forza. What was it called? Forza football. All right, where I used to just run head on with a homeboy and shit, and fucking blast this car to the other fucking side of the map. Car be flying, tire be flying off to the sides, windshield all cracked. Your car don't even move after that.
But where's the innovation at? Where's the driver charge like on Forza?
Yeah. Wow.
Now, as a matter of fact, I get people tell me, man, your driver charge is crazy.
Forza 7, you could tell they listen to their customers and their fan base because they gave you the option to create either a male character or a female character. Gran Turismo still don't got that.
Right, and I mean, it's going to sound silly for a lot of people, but at least it's there. It's trying to give you more to deal with every iteration. And like 100 pointed, and so did Jay. It's the fifth game we get with the highest quality, as opposed to their two. One of them died because it didn't even work. That's another thing. They try to compare the online when the online can't be compared because Xbox has dedicated servers. You know, controls and experience is fluid. It's much more fluid, and they got peer to peer. That's another argument they try to do. And that fucking Sony he can suck a big fat cock. He's fake as hell when he gets up.
Oh man, don't get that bum. No, don't get that bum. None of your energy. That man is a bum.
He always
on my channel. He's a bum. I just tell him I love his moms. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I see him, Tony only bitch. Tell me if you got more knowledge than me, nigga. So it is what it is.
Nah, no doubt, man. There's a lot of ponies out there that's like that and shit. They always fucking damage controlling this shit. But you can't damage control this shit. This entire generation. I'll get to you in a second, Ghost. This entire generation. Y'all was always talking about Metacritic. First-person shooter. Halo 5 has an 84. Killzone Shadowfield has a 73. All right? Forza, as we already said, has a 86. Compared to Gran Turismo Sport that has a 75, and it's still dropping. and fucking what else, man? What else is there? Oh, Gears of War is rated in the 80s as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of Microsoft.
Sunset Overdrive is higher rated than Infamous.
Sunset Overdrive is fucking in the 80s. Infamous is like what, a 78?
Nah. Sunset beat it by like 2 points. Like I think Infamous is like at an 80, and Sunset's at like 81 or 82. It's still higher though. So.
And look at that, man. And Sunset Overdrive, that's hand-drawn animation, people. That's not motion capture. That shit looks fucking phenomenal, man. That's why I say it's like a Pixar cartoon come to life, man. And then, you know, I know there's a lot of ponies out there and shit that they're like, nah, I don't like Sunset. You can't walk on the ground and whatnot. Well, of course, you're used to walking simulator. This is a game that takes skill.
Yeah. Well, just like all day say, he said it's nothing but Jet Set Radio. Motherfuckers, Jet Set Radio done great. It's different. A lot of people didn't play Jet Set Radio. This game, see, a lot of people don't give them type of games a chance. Like if you ain't picked up that shit, you need to pick it up. It's fun. That little multiplayer is fun. Where who got to get the most points, and you got and you got to go. You got to go onto the other side of the map, and it's the quickest. You don't got the skills to chain it up. You're gonna be last one to the party.
Yo, and as much shit that happens on screen in Chaos Squad, I think the PS4 would catch a heart attack, yo. Because I've never seen that many characters on screen.
Yeah, the PS4 will turn to the soup, bro.
With the exception of Days Gone. Days Gone actually has a whole bunch of motherfuckers on screen, but all you got to do is shoot them in the toe and they dead anyway, so.
Yeah.
You just blow at them, Colada. They drop.
It's like, seriously, the motherfuckers was dropping like flies. I was like, damn, man, I wish it was easy to kill that many motherfuckers in Sunset. Shit.
Yo, Colada.
You having time to run.
I was going to say about this Gran Turismo, right? Now, in the panel, y'all guys in the panel, what you think about this game, man? Being a only like being online, is it gonna be a seller or this might hurt them?
It's gonna hurt. The thing
It's
about it,
gonna hurt
everybody.
It's
them.
gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt
The
them, man.
diehards,
'Cause
the diehards gonna pick it up.
the
But you
diehards
think-
will pick it up, but
Like
like
my
the
man
people that are
Fonzie
like really casual, that don't really like playing online, that like hibernating in their caves, well, those are the people
I mean,
that's not
Fonzie
really
Rebel,
gonna fucking
he
like it.
said the game looks great and this and that. You know, they say HDR. No shit. What's called? They got HDR too.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think it's for the name. But when people, it might be like I say, I don't think everybody went to go grab this game.
Nah.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know. I think
You're
that-
gonna have
that
a certain
generation-
amount of
that
diehards that
generation-
will grab it at first.
The
But then it's gonna
PlayStation
keep
from the original PlayStation 2, there are different gamers now. They, you know, they don't want to sit there. A lot of people don't like I get more people say I like Horizon more than I like regular Forza. I like Forza, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm not a car enthusiast. I just like, you know, how I get somebody else to tune up my damn car. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to do
That's
that.
another
Shit.
thing. You talking about tuning up? The producer from Gran Turismo Sports said that he took out the tuning mechanics because gamers nowadays don't know as much about cars and don't know things about tuning cars and whatnot.
Is
And
this guy in his Stone Age?
But I'm thinking, I guess he knows what demographic he's making the game for. All right. So that's why I'm thinking why they take
I
out
know
the
people
tuning
bought
option.
the Ultimate Edition for Forza just so they can play it early. I know people that turns everything off. Like Megan won't play nothing but Forza. I've been trying to get him to play Madden for the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
He said I got to beat Forza. He said I'm gonna beat it again when I get the X. It's just, you know, and then I think people can't go off the sales of it right now because it might be waiting. People like I get a lot of people. I'm gonna wait till when it come out on X. I'm gonna pick it up then, and then it might, you know, it might go into a Black Friday bundle. But I saw it in 4K when I went to E3. I saw the shit in 4K. The shit looked like you fucking watching a fucking movie. I was blown away. They actually had a car chassis that you can drive. Now I couldn't wait in that line. I just watched. That I think Lady got into it. I think a couple other people that's what I think Xbox Junkie got into it. Wait in that motherfucking line. Let's go play something else.
Hey, they were playing in first person to third person on the Forza. On the
Forza, you got to when you played in the chassis, you playing in first person. You playing inside the cockpit. They playing in a chassis where you moving, you shaking, like you know what I'm saying, like you playing an arcade, like the arcade machines.
Yeah,
they was going in
with the X graphics,
and then they reward you. They reward the person whoever got the best time. Now, was somebody in our group that got the best time for the second year in a row, but you can't win the same prize 2 years in a row. So they gave them an S, and you get if you won, you got an S and an X.
Wow.
What?
That's dope.
That's fucking crazy, yo.
That's dope.
So I wish I would have known, but I ain't that good. What you do? Huh?
I'll be like, can I sign in on my gamer tag so I can get some more achievements while I'm playing in the court?
For real.
No, but I know people that cuts off. I know people that got steering wheels. They really them Ferrari steering wheels. They really into it. Where I'm kind of more like of a casual when it comes to it. I'll get it, and I'm gonna roll with it. Like the only Forza I ever beat was Forza 6. I went and I beat it. And you know, and people complained about the VIP. What did Turn 10 say? They came in and said, you know, we apologize. We're gonna give you some cars, gave you $1 million of money.
Yep.
I wouldn't have done shit. But I know the VIP gives you cars and you get extra money. Usually I wait on the VIP to come to like $10. Me and Tax go grab it. Like when
you see how quick they are to respond to the community?
You didn't have to put no gun. People accept about it and they said they were sorry. And they gave up extra. I wouldn't gave y'all shit. But make the VIP. But they had, you see, Turn 10 said, hey, we made a mistake. And a lot of developers need to come out and say, we made a mistake, and this is how we're going to solve it, or try to solve it.
That's crazy, yo. As a matter of fact, anybody else got anything else to add to Forza 7 and Gran Turismo Sport?
Forza destroyed.
I need to buy both of them, man, but I'm just waiting for the X, guys, because I don't even want to see it on my normal box.
Man, but it looks great in 1080p.
It looks good.
It looked good
Yeah,
on the X.
1080p.
They had the X version running in 1080p. You can still see the shit. You get more,
See a big
you know,
difference.
of the anti-aliasing and shit like that. I know that's a old nerd
It's gonna
name,
be
you know what
super
I'm saying?
sampled. Super sampled.
Yeah, so you're gonna
Yeah.
see more higher textures and stuff like that. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna pop out a little bit more.
So actually, the funniest bit of gaming news I seen this past week was an article by Naughty Dog, yo. They was talking about what makes a good multiplayer component.
Oh
I literally
god.
laughed my ass off, yo, reading this shit, yo.
Oh god.
What are your
Dedicated
thoughts on this
servers.
shit? Starting with you, J Log. You know, should they have the right to talk about multiplayer? I mean, really, you got more experience with their games. What do you think
Well,
about it?
it's a free country, so like they could do whatever the fuck they want, but I have the right to laugh them out of the fucking room, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The multiplayers are trash. Look, they make service-based games just like the rest of them. They just don't make good ones. I'd argue that they don't even make good single-player games, but that's just me. But fucking, you know, the multiplayers are, you know, basically the multiplayer in the game, like Stranglehold. The multiplayer in Stranglehold is better than any Uncharted multiplayer. Max Payne 3 is better than any Uncharted multiplayer. The multiplayer in fucking James Bond games are better than the multiplayer, and I'm talking about the 360 ones. So like, you know, for a company that makes the most generic run-of-the-mill multiplayer game with microtransactions, like leave this to the big dogs, leave this to the Coalition, leave this to 343, leave this to Infinity Ward or Respawn.
To turn 10 is
Hell, even the fucking
playground.
what's it called? The motherfuckers who make Mass Effect make a better multiplayer.
Oh,
So like, you
hell
know, just shut up. Fuck. That's all I gotta say, man.
Yo, Ghost, man. What's your thoughts on this, man? It's like, does Naughty Dog have the right to talk about what makes a good multiplayer component?
They crazy, man. Just treat them like a little kid in school, man. Sit in the corner, man. Think about what you're saying, you know? Like it is what it is, man. Like some of these dudes, they just talk out their ass for clickbaits or whatever they want to do, just to make it sound good, man. And after a while, man, when you really see that they full of shit, you like, damn, man. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Their games, they got good games, but not like what J-Lo said. A lot of their shits ain't good on multiplayer, so it is what it is. Like, shut up.
No doubt, man. As a matter of fact, Call of Duty outstrips whatever the fuck they've ever done. No, man.
I like COD. I like COD, but I ain't saying it's the greatest thing in the world. But hey,
multiplayer is dope, though, man.
yeah,
Compared to Uncharted, it is, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you only got to shoot people a couple of times for shit.
Man, Uncharted shit was a ripoff from Halo from fucking Gears.
Oh yeah, they tried, but they
They tried to do the whole. They tried to do that shit, and
they tried to do multiplayer with Uncharted too.
Yeah,
which is actually the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, like I had a theory.
But it still feels tacked on too, though.
Say if Microsoft,
no, definitely it was tacked on.
Yeah, say if Microsoft done something like that, right? Microsoft takes ideas, you know, with dashboards, you know, I heard, you know, stuff like that. People gotta understand if you're gonna take it from me, do it right.
Yep,
if you go
exactly.
when Epic did the first cover-based shooter that really worked right, do it right. I don't care about if you're gonna steal one of my side pieces, fuck her right.
Yeah.
I don't want her to come back to me because I don't want her no more.
We don't want that no more. We don't want to mash it up. We already mashed that thing up.
So you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it
right.
No lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, honey, I did a video, right? I was like, yo, the multiplayer when I was playing Gears of War. So I'm the bad guys and I'm running, right? And I hit money with a shotgun. I did a roll and blew him away, right? But right when I blew him away, I said that Uncharted 4 multiplayer is the character fucking says soft. Yo, that shit had me dying, son. I kept it moving, so I got that video clip. I made a video with that shit.
Yeah, no, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the shit get crazy. You know what I'm saying? If you good at some people, like man, if I see TL Sales do a first-person shooter, I'm saying get the fuck out of here. They ain't for that. They make story. They make interactive comic books. That's what they do, and they raw and uncut. I don't want to see something. So when I go after the next gens and all them, well, what you call it? The coalition need to make another game. No, they don't. That's their job. 343 job is to make Halo. Quarantine is to
Right.
make
Hey,
Forza.
Thank you.
hey, you know what he was saying about the
Okay, think about it. What games does Turn 10 do? The Forza Motorsport. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a separate studio, Playground Games, that does Forza Horizon.
But
Because
you
these are
don't need to
massive
do that. I don't
undertakings.
wanna
These
see
ain't no games that after you fucking finish the single player, that's it. They got
right,
giant
just straight,
multiplayer components, yo.
So I don't
right.
want that. I
That's
want
like
them to concentrate on that because that's what they good at. That is like I try to tell them. That is like, okay, I'm a mechanic, and all I've been working on my life is on American car. You bring me a
Just
motherfucking
think about the
Ferrari.
guys that do Madden.
Yeah,
Tiburon. What else do they do besides
they don't
Madden?
do. Oh, see, but see, they damage control that one.
Yeah.
See, they
Oh, yeah?
motherfucking
How the
damage
fuck?
control that one, saying, well, EA got multiple studios. People from Tiburon does something else too. And I'm like, no,
Yeah, like
no.
what?
Well, what
Name
what about
one.
I'm like, just
Rockstar?
because they go ahead on some sound or something like that. That's if I own Microsoft and I have the Surface people who come help me to build the S. Don't
Yeah.
mean that they own the motherfucking Xbox people. I just had them to come
Also,
help.
what
I
about
got the
Rockstar
resources.
North? Rockstar North does nothing but GTA.
Man, I said
Exactly.
say that shit too, and they don't want to see. I'm like, see, y'all here making shit. See, that's why I said that's why I come in and I come in that multiplayer and I tear that shit up.
Yep.
I said, y'all, I understand. Some people, you want to be good is what they do. You're good at working on for your Ferraris. If you got a BMW, you don't go take that shit to a Ford dealership. You go take that to a foreign mechanic because he knows what he's doing. You don't take a Bentley to motherfucking Volkswagen.
Or they gonna fuck
right.
your shit up and then have you come back paying
I look
more.
at the games. I can understand with their train of thought though, because Naughty Dog has done games like The Last of Us that has multiplayer, and they've done Uncharted that has multiplayer. But those are tacked on, yo. Those ain't even for fully multiplayer experiences, man.
Those are one and done
And I
games,
think
anyways.
the tacked on multiplayer from the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition was fucking better, yo.
It was.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. What if they say Bungie, Bungie would have stayed with Microsoft, and Microsoft would have let Bungie make Destiny when it was with
It
Xbox.
wasn't gonna happen
You know
because
what people?
Bungie wanted to
Hell
leave.
no, man. They wanted
No,
Bungie
no.
already
$500 million
wanted to leave.
Hey, but look, check
right
this out.
out the
Bungie wanted
If
to
gate.
they would have
leave.
stayed, if Bungie would have stayed, and they would have made Destiny on the Xbox, you know what people would have been saying about Destiny? Oh, that's just another Halo with a different
Yeah,
name.
yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah,
Preach, Chuck.
yeah,
Preach,
So,
Chuck.
yeah.
so that when their whole Destiny era that we're going through, everybody like, oh no, that's just Halo with a different name. Now that's Destiny. I mean, that's Bungie with a whole different game. Now, they getting the concept because they out venturing by themselves now. Now, if they was with Microsoft, so with 343, if they would come out with another game, everybody gonna say, oh, that's just like Halo or Turn 10. They gonna be known as what they do because that's what they do. You can't take a foot. Matter of fact, let me get a perfect example. Michael Jordan. Put him in baseball, he wasn't shit. Bring him
He
back
was
to
hala.
basketball.
Yep.
He was hala.
See,
Wow.
that's why I fuck with Chuck. You got some goddamn common sense. I'm gonna have to bring Chuck into the multiplayer, boy. Because
Man,
we make him get jumped.
They ain't ready.
they ain't ready for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go put Chuck in multiplayer replacement. And then I heard a
Yeah,
certain individual talking shit, but after I say it on my I'm coming. Somebody gonna see me next week. Somebody called me. I was a punk. They don't know what the fuck I was doing yesterday, but it's gonna be prime time next Friday. Y'all get y'all popcorn together.
Oh no, huh? It's going down?
I'm coming out of retirement.
All right,
Somebody
that's what's up, man.
somebody gonna get that work. I'll mention who I'm gonna get next week. I heard they was
What
going
else
behind my
popped
back.
off this week, yo? What else popped
What
off this week?
Jay Long, when you talking about the backwards compatibility, I saw somebody in the chat wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, there's
The
about
OG Xbox.
they had about 12 games. Wait, did Hebot talk about this yet, or is he still here?
No.
Hebot, are you still
Oh
there?
no, the Heba hasn't
want-
chimed in on this though.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
He muted. He got
He's
us muted.
muted. All right, well, if he comes back, we'll let him know.
Well,
But let me
let him
get the
know.
tweet. There's about 12
man.
games,
Backwards
man.
compatible titles. You told me there's a few of them. OG Xbox titles is coming soon. What are they?
There's 12 of them. I know Ninja God in Black was there. Cold Tour was there. Crimson Skies won.
Dude, what?
Dead to Rights. Here it is. Fusion Frenzy, Prince of Persia 1, Red Faction 2, Psychonauts,
Alright.
Neo, King of Fighters Neo Wave,
Alright.
Pirates, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which we already have on Red Replay,
Alright.
and Bloody Rain 2.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. What you just said? What the last one you just said?
Blood Rain 2.
Blood Rain. Right?
Oh! I thought he about to say Bloody Raw. I was about to say, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, that was
Yo, dude, the thing
Who
that got
knows,
me the
though?
most excited out of everything you just said was Ninja Gaiden Black, yo.
Yes.
Yeah. That's gonna be one of the games I'm diving for too, right there. That Ninja Gaiden.
Shit,
And
fuck
these all
yeah.
popped up on the website, so it's pretty much confirmed.
okay,
And
because I
Ninja
looked at
Gaiden
it, I got the new
Black
update.
was
I
better
didn't see it.
than the PlayStation 3 version of that Ninja Gaiden. What was it, Sigma?
Sigma. Yeah, Sigma means soft in Japanese, by the way.
Sigma
Oh,
means
so
what?
it means soft?
It means soft. Yeah. That's
Oh,
why it
what
was
the
so
fuck?
easy.
What's up with Sigma? What you call it on the Sigma dude from? So he's soft, the one that's on the Mega Man one.
Nah, I'm
That
just
mean
kidding.
he's soft. After Sigma, what you call it? He's soft. He's soft with the T.
Ninja Gaiden Soft. No, damn. Nah, but that Ninja Gaiden Black was the real deal, man. I can't find that shit was hardcore. And Microsoft also stated actually out the mouth of Killer Phil himself. He said that not only are these OG Xbox titles coming out on backwards compatibility, but they're gonna do something special for the Xbox One X versions. All right, now I'm over here trying to think like, what the fuck can they be doing special, man? I mean, is we gonna get some souped up 4K textures or some super sampling on these motherfuckers to make these shits
I
look
think
like
so.
some
Might do it
Xbox
like how
One
they did
games?
Voodoo Event. Yeah, might do it
You
like how
know,
they did Voodoo
what if they
Events.
do this?
Right?
You
Voodoo
know the
Vince was
PC
raw.
world, right, got a shitload of mods, right? So maybe they go hire some modders that throw some 4K textures on the shit on their old because you know it's a lot of PC guys will go play old games, but they get like 4K textures.
Fuck
You know,
yeah.
you got like,
Yep.
what if they go hire some modders and just go to war?
Oh,
And
that'll be sick.
and paint, you know, a different coating on it.
That'll be some shit, yo. It'll be
Yeah,
like brand
like
new games, bro.
I have emulators like Dolphin and shit, and I could play like the Dragon Ball games in 4K on my computer through super sampling. You know, they do it through software. You don't even have to do it through game. So you know, maybe they came up with a universal software to put it in all the games and not have to do it game by game. That'd be dope.
Look at that, man. That would be another thing that the Xbox One X can do that the PS4 Pro don't.
But look what you all getting with the X. You're getting true 4K games. You're getting your X. You get a lot of your Xbox games, including third-party games that's going to run and it's going to be upscaled to 4K. Then you get 360 titles, and now you're going to get Xbox. You got everything in one box.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it's gonna be a dev kit.
Yeah. And then you got to, and if you own the game, you can just put the shit in your motherfucking drive.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna
And they
dust off
all-
my motherfuckers quick as hell.
Because I got a box full of Xbox One games.
Hell yeah.
It's a Ducky Comebacks. Oh, Jesus. I ain't going to never get off that because I ain't beat that one. And my brother scratched the disc. But I know if I just got to put it in there and it'll just rip it. Man.
Yeah, you're right. They'll just download it.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to have it available digital. Now, Microsoft don't do, I'm going to see everybody think, yeah, I'm a bot till I die. But Microsoft, price these fucking games just right.
Actually, speaking of the price, I saw this guy on Twitter. He put it. He's European though, but it was like 650 something euros. So it might be like what, $7-8.
Okay, that's a good price. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause some backwards compatibility games like punk ass motherfucking I thought I got a deal and realized I didn't get a deal. Black Ops 1. I heard Microsoft only had it for a week for 20. Cause I remember when the backwards compatibility games was coming out, they were coming out for $10. They was only doing it for a week. But when I talked to someone else, I said,
games, the PS2 classics on PS4, they're $15-20 each, man.
Oh, okay. Cause I like the Neo Geo games. They $7.99, right up my alley.
Yeah, that's the perfect price.
You know what I'm saying? Keep them within a certain thing where you can, you know what I'm saying, and it's not that too expensive.
Yeah, man.
Keep them under $9.99. Oh,
Yeah.
under $9.99.
Hey guys,
God,
what's
you
up?
know they had to rework these OG Xbox titles because they wasn't widescreen, people.
Actually utilizing, making them in actual clearer form and better textures.
Okay, so that's what they said.
Yeah. Phil even stated, he said some of the games look good, but some games we had to tweak.
Well, you understand a lot of these games is running on different engines, old engines.
Oh.
You got to make it compatible for it. The X and the X and the S or the regular Xbox is running a version of Windows 10 where it is a compatibility mode. Like I can actually, like I get customers that love Photoshop CS4, but it's not compatible. It's not compatible with Windows 10. But they don't understand it is compatible. You tell Windows 10 to run into a Windows 7 mode. Or Windows, you can go all the way back to Windows 95 mode. So maybe Microsoft is putting a code in where it can say, hey, play this game, you know what I'm saying, in OG Xbox mode. You know what I'm saying? But then I have something in there to upscale then you got the upscale chick to upscale and make it look better.
Hey guys, well, what's up with the dudes, man? They used to make. Remember this old game, Ridge Racer?
Oh
Ridge
God.
Racer.
Road Rash.
Ridge Racer died. The Ridge Racer died.
I heard Road Rash might be coming back to life.
Road Rash. You remember that?
Yeah, they're making a new version of Road
Yeah, I
Rash.
heard Road Rash
Yeah,
might
I
be
read
Primal
that a
Raw.
couple years ago. Yep,
Primal
they're
Rage.
working on that.
Yeah.
See, some of them
That's
games,
gonna be interesting.
but see, some of them games that we don't see, we want people to see, we don't see them because of we don't see them because sometimes they don't know who owns the IP. They don't know who owns part of it. It was a whole lot of different shit with trademarks
Yeah,
and shit like
studios that don't
It's a lot
exist,
of
like
music.
Acclaim. Remember Acclaim from
Yeah.
back in the day? Shit.
There's a lot of stuff that was with music that it was only licensed to a certain extent for a couple of years, and then you don't know if that artist is dead and their family don't want some money off of it. It turns to some real politics.
Don't you think sometimes they need to breathe into that and breathe life into them again?
Well, if you do, if you do it, make a true remake, make a new hash,
Yeah, that's what I mean,
make a new story. Know how Star Wars went? They didn't go off of regular Star Wars. They fucked around and fucked with the universe. Go fuck with the universe.
Yo, I want to see what they do with KOTOR, man. Is it going to be running PC assets?
I gotta beat that
KOTOR
shit.
was on PC, yo. Knights of the
I
Old
gotta beat that
Republic.
shit.
That shit got one of the sickest fucking stories around, yo.
Yeah,
That's what put BioWare on the map. Matter of fact, that game was so good, they was like, yo, fuck Star Wars canon. Y'all need to make this.
Uh-huh.
All right, even my cousin, man, he's like, he be fucking banging on the new Star Wars movies. He's like, I'll fuck the new Star Wars movie. I like Rogue One because it was a separate story. What they need to do is KOTOR. And I was like, I agree.
Well, you know what?
I still like the new ones, though. I can't front.
What they
I
need
love
to
the new
bring?
ones.
If I was Microsoft, what's up with that online Star Wars game? I forgot. That was before the Knights of the Old Republic. That's the one that had. That's when you find out Sith and Jedi, the brothers turn on each other. It's called
the one with the two brothers on there.
With the two brothers. It's a always online shit. You get to choose who you want to be.
Oh, what? You start Star Wars Galaxies?
No, it's not Galaxy. It's Star Wars. I couldn't think of the name.
That's the new one.
That's the newest one.
Yeah. The Old Republic.
No, not the Old. Is it the Old Republic? That's the one.
Yeah, the Old Republic. Because Knights of the Old Republic was the RPG, but the Old Republic was the ones that was online only by EA.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one so that's brothers and they were fighting with the dad.
That one is dope. I like that one. I want to get that shit.
Yeah. So bring that to the Xbox because thing about it is, if some these people mouse and keyboard and all this other shit, make it a controller. People plays that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they make it simple.
I think that shit would gain a new life and shit, man. Seriously, they should consider that shit like the One X.
Yeah, you have people like I buy that motherfucker.
That'd be like that Star Trek game. That online
I like Star. No, what? Only thing about that motherfucker still got glitches. I need to go back. My man Flip. Shout out to my man Flip. The bum, but you know what I'm saying? He's
skid on somebody and shout them out at the same time.
That's what I do. That's how me and him get down. That's he gonna get on me tonight. Fuck you.
Bro.
But he, you know what I'm saying? We both, you know, trackies and shit. But he plays that game. But it's kind of glitchy too. Because it's a free to play. Some of them games I don't want a free to play. Like Path of Exile. Keep on bragging on Path of Exile. I gave them motherfuckers $40 because the game was so polished. I gave them I didn't have to give them shit.
Nah, no doubt.
I gave them $40. And the only thing I got is like
what you was playing.
And think about it, the $40 didn't make me pass nobody. It was fucking clothing.
Oh damn!
But I want to support them. Like, man, this is what developers need to do. If a free-to-play game can be that good, you need to have your motherfucker to charge me $40-$60. Come on. And then think about it, these free-to-plays, people buy, but they DLCs are free.
Yeah.
And some people need to pick up that Halo model too, and the Gears model. Maps and shit is free. You want to buy clothing like Halo 5 coming out, but that's all skins you pay for. But they exclusive skins.
Yo, honey, you know what bugged me out? Like, me and my wife, we be looking for games to buy digital, right? And then she'll be like, look, babe, this game look good. I'm like, all right. It'll be like it's free, right, to download or whatever, and you can play it. But then when you look, they like, for $20, you get this part of it. It's not a full game. It's like, you get this. And then for $50, you get this. Then $100, you get this. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what the hell is this?
That's
pay to win. That's pay to win. That's not free to play.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't pay to win. I told people I went through Neverwinter. I still ain't maxed, and I need to get my man Slater help because I can't fight this boss.
Neverwinter, everything is free in Neverwinter, yo.
Yeah, and think about it. Say if I got cash, okay. Now people get mad when I play Neverwinter because, you know, I got a horse now, but that motherfucker still named so pony killer. You know what I'm saying? That's my character, and I got a wish a pony would. You know what I'm saying? That's my character. But my boy, even though he spent for Neverwinter, he got tired of me walking around. He said, man, you gotta go find you a pony. Now it's a real pony. I ain't talking about y'all little ponies over there talking shit. It's a real pony. He said, you need to get you something. He gave me two gold to go buy me a motherfucking pony. So I can run with them. You know, they got these big ass spiders. I like that if you can trade in-game currency to your homies. So say if you got say you guys want to play Neverwinter, y'all never played Neverwinter, and y'all want to help out. I'm like, hey, ain't no walking around this motherfucker. Who goes some phones? Go get this and go get that. Cause we've run the wrecks and shit. To me, that's not pay to win.
No, it's not.
Right.
That's pay to play. Because I never gave Neverwinter a dime.
It's something that people have asked for in Destiny, and they still haven't delivered.
Man, Destiny, man, I don't know what this love.
Destiny, people was grinding for the guns and shit, and you know, certain people would want a certain gun and they couldn't get it. No matter how many times they did the raid, they still would not get that fucking gun. Meanwhile, I would keep getting the same guns over and over again. With the raid parties I used to be in, they used to give me the same fucking Vex Mytho class every fucking time, and people in my crew was like, why the fuck they gave you that shit again for like the 10th time? I was like, dude, I don't know. I wish I could give it to you, but fucking Bungie, man. These motherfuckers, yo.
They need to make games like that. Sometimes you
but see, I don't blame everything on Bungie. I blame it on punk-ass Activision. That's why they ain't gonna give it not a damn dime. The last dime they got at me.
It'd be cool if I could just give that gun to, like, my homeboy that fucking, you could tell by his stats that he went through the raid multiple times, and yet he still doesn't get the fucking gun.
Well, say if we play Path of Exile, right? I pick up weapons that you don't pick up. I play as an archer, right? So say you play, like Mega got a character that can damn near play with any weapon. But say I pick up a weapon and we're playing as a group. I got this weapon. I can drop that weapon. You can pick that weapon up.
See, that shit would be some dope shit if we could do some shit like that in Destiny, man.
That's what they need to do. Like, I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need that. You go get this and we can go to war. To me, that's what you know. That's more innovation in games because when you're playing with friends.
Exactly.
Grind. So like when you get up there, I'm like, you know, I'm on a higher because like I say, I got my man Tax who was playing the I said, you know, you dancing with the devil in the pale of moonlight. We fighting these level motherfucking 20 bastards now. We done leveled up. But you get in, with the benefit of you getting in with us, you level up quicker because you're fighting different enemies. So sit your ass back. Because that's what they did to me in Diablo 3. I ended up maxing out because my boy got me in with some dudes and they fucked around. I got maxed out in 10 minutes. And I just sat back and shoot a soul.
Oh damn! Hey, so what's the worst free to play game that you had Had to pay for.
That I pay for. I pay no free to play. The worst right now that I don't recommend for nobody because I was in the beta and the alpha. The Planet of the Raiders. You know what that Planet of the Lost Raiders? Some bullshit. It ain't good.
Oh yeah, Raiders of the Lost Planet.
Planet, yeah.
No, Raiders
I've been
of
in
the
the alpha,
Broken
the
Planet. My
beta.
bad.
Yeah, I've been in the beta, the alpha, the omega, and all that shit.
Hey, you think it's
That shit ain't
online DC or DC online?
DC. Yeah, it's about no, it's about to that point. Marvel Online is getting to that point too.
Marvel Online.
They want you to pay. Yeah, the Marvel Heroes Online, the free to play.
Hell yeah, yo, that's a fucking highway robbery, yo.
Yeah,
They
I'm
get like
getting
2
up there
characters
too.
and shit right out the gate and play with every other character to level 10. But you can't get, too much in the game because they charge you for the extra character after level 10. And they charge you like $10 for one character. And then they'll give you a new character. Oh, you got Black Cat. She's $20. I was like, what? Is you fucking crazy? For one character?
The
I was
Black
like,
Gata.
$10 was highway robbery. But fucking $20 for get the fuck out of here, yo.
Wow. 3 characters is a game.
And I love Marvel Heroes,
Exactly.
yo. I got like 4 or 5 characters and shit. But that's it. That's it, man. They ain't getting no more out of me, man. Cause they fucking
Too
the
much
newest
dinero.
characters they kept dropping was like $20 a piece for one character.
Nah, I ain't getting no money out of me like that. Hell no.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, fuck that.
I
If
just
you
play
get
to
money
get
out
a
of it, you gotta invest. I see that you put your heart and your time in it. You're like, okay, this is why I'm gonna give you this bread.
Yeah, if all you playing is that, they gave me a free character because I played it a lot. Yo, they was like, yo, you can have Nightcrawler. I was like, oh fuck yeah. I ain't gonna bitch on that, yo. It was like you
Well,
got
they gave me
prestige
Blade.
mode or whatever the fuck.
They gave
I was
me
like,
Blade,
okay,
but
this
Blade.
shit.
They gave me Blade, but Blade plays weird because if I don't kill, I'm losing power. I'm dying. Like I need some blood.
Oh yeah.
I think this a bitch. I didn't put. Then I didn't
If
put
I
so
haven't
much
tried
into the
Blade,
character.
yo, is that I want to pay. Is that once I make up enough points, I mean, you could grind and get the shit, but it takes a while to get to grind, yo. I can't front. It takes a while in order to get enough funds in order to get one character. Shit. And all the characters ain't even priced the same. You got some characters that you can get for like 480. Other characters is 1,200, 1,500. It takes forever just to get to 480.
You got your X-Men packs.
That sounds like something I won't even waste my time on, man.
Yeah.
I'm serious, man. Don't get me
To me,
wrong.
it's
The
not
gameplay
worth
I
it.
think is dope.
Huh.
But fucking, oh well. What can you do?
See, you know what? I play that when you get tired of everything else.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
highway
you go
robbery.
play
it's a time
man.
killer.
That's highway robbery.
Yeah.
Man.
Say, especially say you only got maybe
Stick
about
with the
45
Activision
minutes.
games. You're good.
You only got 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play that. You don't give a fuck if you got this far or not. You really don't give a shit.
Dude, I was at the end of the game, yo. But since this shit happened in Puerto Rico,
Like Connors beat it.
I ain't gonna see the fucking ending for a minute.
Yeah, like Connor said he beat it, but I was like, man, how many times you gave these people your money? You making these motherfuckers rich.
Man, I saw they said they had a pack for the X-Men and shit. It was like 5 X-Men characters. They got 1 skin a piece, $60. I was like, what? I was like, that's a fucking game, yo. I was like,
Again, I'm mad at Marvel Infinite. Marvel Infinite. If you didn't buy the season pass, they trying to charge the motherfucker down there $15 for Black Panther and motherfucker. All like, what's that shit?
Are you
Yeah.
fucking serious? They charging
They
$15 for Black Panther?
And then they got new character skins like for the other one. They want you to buy that pack. Fuck that shit.
Wow.
See,
That's a good movie, right?
Those some
like,
shady
oh, because
that
motherfuckers,
movie.
yo. I'm gonna buy the Game of the Year edition when it's at $20.
Man, you know what? Clyde, what I told you earlier before everybody got in. When I heard it come out, I just went on Xbox and just hit pre-order.
And Black Panther should have been in there out the gate, though, man. That's another
I'll put this way, a lot of characters. Some characters you don't even want to touch. Now I like Marvel Infinite.
Black Widow was another DLC. She should have been there out the fucking gate, yo.
Man, I'll put some characters is just straight up. Some characters just straight up OP, like Hawkeye. Oh shit, man, I can spam motherfucking all day.
You can spam him, right?
I can spam all day with his ass all day. And it's on. And now I do like it. They went back to the 2-button layout, but it's easy to pull supers. But you know what?
4-button layout.
I like that. But you only the thing about to do supers, you only got to hit both triggers. So you can pop up a super in a minute. You can chain them up. I like the gym. The
Yeah, the
game is
gameplay
good.
is fun. Gameplay
But
is
when I saw
crazy.
it yesterday, it
Yeah.
fucked me up. Maximilian fucked around, got a mod, and they playing in fucking 4K on that motherfucker. It looks a whole lot better.
On what? The
Oh,
X
Oh,
or the S?
no, he got it on PC. But I hope the S
nah, he got
did
it on
what the
PC. So
guy,
they got a
but
4K
the guy got
texture.
modded it, and it looks like
Oh,
night and day.
textures. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like night and day. And he's playing, and he
Damn.
bought it on the PlayStation 4.
Are we still in the question of the OG backwards compatible?
Huh?
You could talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just went on random shit. No, we moved on, but yeah, you can go back. We need to hear what you think.
Sound like you're in the closet, he bought. My wife didn't put you in the closet.
Yo, guys, I'm going to go, though. But keep on with the show. If y'all still on after a while, because I'm going to go eat. If y'all still on after a while, I'll just jump back in.
I got my dinner coming. All the Chinese.
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
it.
man. So we can end it if you want to. We've been on for a while. We've been on for dinner over 2 hours.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
then,
I'm gonna get out of here because I need to put
with
some
you 100,
food.
sign off and shit, man. Tell people where they
Man,
can reach you.
what's up, man? This y'all know this is 100 Mr. Intro Media in the house. Y'all can catch me on on interweb. I'm on Twitter and on Google Plus, and I got an alias on Facebook, and you got to find who that is. And I don't talk shit on there either. And this Friday, punk ass Alex gonna get wrecked by me. I heard he talk shit yesterday while I was gone. Well, I mean Thursday when I was gone, and I didn't appreciate it. So I'm gonna murk him because I told him next week because I knew I had something to do this Friday. So Alex, bum ass, Friday. I heard you been talking shit. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna
Wait, who you talking about? That Alex Escobar?
yeah, I'm gonna murder his ass.
He
I'm
ain't
coming out of
trying to see
retirement.
none of this.
I don't debate
He ain't
no
trying
more.
to see none of this. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, after I finish him, you can pick up the pieces. Cause I'm gonna destroy him. Non-gaming
No,
ass
I know you
motherfucker.
is, yo.
So,
Anybody can destroy Alex, yo.
So,
as a matter of fact, even though Mad
people said
Prop
they
Show,
wanted to see it.
Master could take out Alex.
Yep. He said he want. They said the people wanted to see it. People have been asking for it, so I'm gonna give the people what they want. It's gonna be on Next Gen channel. You know what I'm saying?
Don King of Gaming.
I'm gonna get his ass and I'm gonna murder him because I don't appreciate you talking behind my back when I told days ahead that we could do it next week. So acting like I'm scared. I ain't scared of none of them motherfucking bums. I destroyed him the first time he got on the multiplayer. I'm gonna destroy him again.
All right, that's
on Nintendo Switch playing ass bum. So y'all can catch it prime time on Friday. I ain't gonna disappoint.
Good shit, good shit. Yo, Ghost Rider, let people know where they can reach you at.
Yo, guys, you can catch me on Ghost Rider 730. You can catch me on my YouTube channel. My gamer tag is Ghost Rider 730. Also, man, shout outs to Intermedia Gaming. And God bless y'all, man. I'm here with my wife right now.
On Twitter, he's True Xbox.
Yeah, True Xbox. My fault, Colette. My wife's driving me crazy.
It's all good, yo.
Give me signs and shit. Like she gonna whip my ass.
No doubt.
Let me mute out and get out. God bless.
What's good?
Let people know where they can reach you at.
Shit, Xbox, Twitter, YouTube, Triple Cup Chuck, Triple Cup, one word. Then Chuck, you're gonna see the avatar up there, meet the Cuphead, sitting there getting full of that alcohol. That's what's in the cup. You know how I get down. Playing on some game tonight. So anybody wanna get on some Madden or some any type of versus game, get at me. I'm with it.
Good shit. Hell yeah. And you be beasting it up on Battlefield too. Shit. So gotta be scared of your ass, yo.
New shit, the truth.
All right. So J-Law, let people know where they can reach you at, man.
Reach me here. Reach me at Kano Show. I'll be there. Reach me on Twitter. J-Law908. YouTube, same thing. And yeah. See you guys next week.
Fuck yeah, yo. Yo, Triple Cup. Let people know where they can reach you at, yo.
Hold up. Is this
I
deja
mean, yeah,
vu?
you already said it. My bad. Yo, He-Bot. Let people know where they can reach you at. I was thinking He-Bot. I don't know why I said Triple Cup, yo. I was looking at the cup. That's what it was, yo.
That's how you know
He-Bot, you trapped in the closet? Trapped in the closet?
Can you hear me?
Now,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry for coming in late, but y'all can find me obviously my channel He-Bot. And Xbox Live, Twitter, Facebook, And I said, sure. Those guys are always know. I'll be part of here at DirectX and them too. You guys want to check it out. Sure. Those are the greatest things in the off game. That's pretty good.
All right, good shit, man. Mad props out to Microbox of X, B Drew 1111. Of course, Master Chifa,
D-Rock.
Sir Darth Merkham, E-Rock X that's not here today. You know what I'm saying? You know, and to everybody else from the DirectX crew. Me, y'all can check me out on fucking Kaleidoscope on YouTube. I'm not really doing a lot of YouTube videos because of the situation in Puerto Rico, ain't no bandwidth. And my Twitter handle is DirectX at DirectX minus the. All right, I don't got to say the last word because y'all already know. And basically, I saw this in the comment section when Gran Turismo Sport dropped. All right, people was yelling out combo breaker. All right, because that shit got stomped on by Forza people. Either way, it was a good show. Mad love. I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.